Hello everyone, my name's Musket. Just a few things before we start the video. This is taken from my live stream of the session over on Twitch. We play at 1800 GMT every Saturday, barring special circumstances. This is the first session of the Free League Publishing's Twilight 2000, 4th edition, in words. And I'll be uploading all the episodes here as we go, most likely on Monday or Tuesdays after the session, hopefully. We use Tabletop Simulator on Steam to run it, and my particular stream has like a number of external connections and widgets which hopefully make it feel a little bit more involved to the audience and show who's speaking. For example, when one of the other characters is speaking, you'll see a little icon light up and bounce. Hopefully it just keeps it more interactive. One last thing, I'm very amateurish at this, but definitely so in this session. The audio on the stream was being very difficult for a long time, and that did affect the volume levels throughout. But I've gone back through and hopefully balanced them, but I do apologise if there is an occasional sudden loud moment, but rest assured the next sessions, it should be much more stable. And yeah, besides that then, I hope you enjoy. Dave.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna start this off. We're just gonna go around giving the physical description and some kind of some words about your character, your name. Yeah. So I guess we'll go cheese first.
Okay.
You arrived the latest.
Yep. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, my character's Beau Merlot. He is a down-home country boy from the South who ran from his home at first and ran around the U.S. for a while working as a mechanic, and then joined the military once his good old-fashioned country family found him.
Thank you, Gear, for the I am the spook.
He ran a couple tours and then the war started. So
I love your little icon down there.
Along with that, he's, he looks at one point he was probably pretty attractive, but the war's taken his toll on him, and he's got gaunt.
I actually really like it down there. Like it just sits perfectly. You are my spook.
Things that war do to people. He carries a big machine gun. Wears a flak vest over his. Shit, I don't know if I actually have a flak vest.
You do.
I don't have a flak vest, so
You do.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I
You
do.
have a flak vest.
I wear a flak vest over my military uniform, helmet down low. It kind of rides a little loose because maybe at one time it sat on someone else's head and maybe his was shot off, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll go Burford. Burford next.
All right, my character is called Felix Steiger. He's from a rich British family, but because he rebelled against them at a young age and he liked fighting and shit, he joined the UK Commandos at age 18. He's just a grunt, worked his way through. He wears typical British fatigues in body armor. He's 6'6", ginger with blue eyes, and that's about it.
All right, excellent. All right, Gear, you're up.
Yeah. So Leon was born to a relatively impoverished family in central France. He didn't really do a whole lot notable, stealing money off of people, just general child theft, essentially, to help make his family get ends meet. What he didn't understand was how his family came into the money to send him to college instead of sending him into the military, where he would be, livable wage, livable state. They sent him to college with enough money to get him by. After college, he moved over to Western Poland and began doing some various work. Just kind of almost like prepping for the worst and trying to help the locals of Western Poland maybe get out or fortify or whatever they needed to do. Kind of humanitarian work before all shit broke loose. Very average body build, a little bit more cut, but still not as muscular. His skin just seems a little tight on his body. Very blocky face, kind of this permanent 5 o'clock shadow at this point in his age. His hair's starting to get little specks of gray, but it's very neat and proper. And yeah, his outfits, it ranges, but for the sake of right now, he's wearing, when he's first met, he's wearing a pair of like olive khakis and tank top.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Soviet.
Right. So my character's name is Marco Cobal, and he was from a relatively normal family in Yugoslavia. Just standard stuff, not really impoverished, not really rich, somewhere in the middle. So when he turned 18, he figured best do the military service now, go to college later, and was fortunate enough to avoid Yugoslav wars and all that shiz, which is very unpleasant. After he finished his military service, went on to college, did a bit of college, didn't really do great at college, went back to his hometown, worked as a mechanic and such, and yeah, I didn't really give this much thought, so here we are basically. Yeah, not much about him. He's kind of just an average Joe. If anything is kind of exceptional is the fact that his dad was a hunter, so he, of course, went on hunting trips with his dad when he was young, and can now hunt decently. So yeah, there we are. For physical description, I prepared literally nothing because I did not anticipate this because I am a very unplanned potato. And yeah, basically just this. I did not think much about this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, when do you think of something will come back to you? But Musket.
Yes, I'll speak in my normal voice for now. My character's name is Muszej Redi Kowalczyk. They are a Polish-born, now Army major, born into a military family from a young age. A father who is also an officer and a mother who is in the medical corps throughout some of their services. They didn't see much action or any tours themselves, luckily, during this time. And it was through this that Muszej was essentially predetermined in life in his direction, to some of his avail. Nonetheless, he managed to get through a college course relatively easy and straight into officer school, spending out most of his time there honing kind of some of his outright leadership skills or overarching strategy. He was always very, I guess, bad at practicing the actual soldiering part of the job. A gifted leader or maybe strategist, but stick him on the front lines and you may find that he may fall apart sometimes. Nonetheless, despite his shortcomings, he managed to rise to the rank of major at the age of 38, beating out his late father at this point, who was only a captain by the time he retired, a point of particular pride after being forced into a particular profession, yet excelling at more than the one who forced him there. That is unfortunately when war hit, and since then, despite only being 38, the stress and war in Poland, kind of where everything is hit after the broken operation by the NATO forces, has drastically kind of brought him down in his age and his faculties. Now, the only thing he really fights for is to end the war in Poland and across the world, and however that may be achieved, he is ready to exercise the needs to do it. In terms of what he does, he's very similar to the portrait, a kind of ragged, white-haired, kind of downtrodden man, simply carrying on by the people around him. Has an assault rifle, but anybody who know him know he's not very good with it, unfortunately. Yeah, that is Muszej.
Kalo.
I am playing a Soviet Russian man by the name of Alexander. He, amongst his peers, he's known as Visky, just Russian for whiskey, as it's one of his favorite drinks to enjoy on the downtime, compared to the rest of them enjoying their vodka rations. He grew up homeless and without children, or without parents. He fell into some street level gangs fairly early on and found out that he had a knack for breaking and entering. more so the breaking part. Unfortunately, all of the good places to rob. Ooh, yeah. 1 second. Sorry, I'll continue in a moment.
Okay. All right, I think he's getting his food.
Yeah, I think his food probably
Just
got
arrived.
delivered in the middle of his
Could always-
description.
Hop back to Meeper if he has more of a descript.
Yeah, Meeper, do you have a physical description? Doesn't have to be too detailed, just something that we can identify with.
Well, I guess since basically the picture I found fits the best of what I imagined, let's just go with that. I can't really describe people worth a damn, so.
Okay. So he's kind of roughed up, but he has a lot of kind of tools on him, right?
Thank you.
He's seen a lot. He's traveled a lot.
A fair bit.
Yeah.
It's unfair to make the sick man go first.
Maybe show
You're
up
right,
earlier.
Ross. Yeah.
I was
know-
getting medication for my debilitating sick.
To be fair,
Which
you
is
gave
all
me
of
a
a
lot
dead.
of inspiration of how to make mine better, and then I came to it and I went, no. You're very good thinking on your feet, I'll give you that.
I do want to appreciate the boys photo we have.
It's so
It is-
good.
I looked over at your stream and saw you still had the UI up.
Yeah,
was
I just saw them.
F11 to close it. It'll make it look better.
It looks so good. It's like it works out. We've got people looking kind of the right way as well. I'm a bit concerned about the spook with a gun behind my head, but
Execute
never know.
Order 66.
that's
Well,
what
you
the
guys
plan
can-
is, though. Everybody else thinks he's trying to kill me, but really we're working together.
I should warn everyone. I have one useful skill, and it's heavy weapons. I'm literally
obviously
terrible at everything but heavy weapons.
Obviously, the British and the Frenchmen are never going to work together.
That's an impossibility.
I can't wait for us to roll buddies.
Oh, right, that's a thing I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
fucking god, yeah. Shit, man. If I roll the
Right.
Frenchman, that's it.
Right.
Here, I'll
Really?
trade you guns so you can off yourself.
No, we're having a boxing match first thing to establish dominance, motherfucker.
What is it? Fucking what is it? Mole in Atlantis, the dirt of England and France much never mixed.
Yeah. Well, since we're still waiting for Kalo, I think we can move on to buddies.
Oh,
So
boy.
everyone grab a D10.
Oh, do I have to?
No, this can only
Yes.
end poorly.
I don't want to
Uh,
like anybody though.
That's fine. No, don't roll it yet. We're gonna go individually.
I mean, I do like people. But...
Mhm.
This is a D10,
alright.
isn't it? Is this D12?
Musket.
Oh, hang on, sorry, my UI's off. There we go. All right, cool. Sorry, yes.
All right, Musket, you're gonna go first.
No.
So go ahead and roll.
I would just like to know, whoever is my buddy, don't actually like you. I just prefer you. That's it. All right. 6.
Oh, that's a 6. Oh, okay. You get the Frenchman.
No.
It makes sense.
That
Makes sense, yeah.
excellent. The spook is my friend. That is acceptable.
Okay.
Ah, good. You won't get your brains blown out.
Is there a way? There's a way to put your. Yeah, there is. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The
a buddy. block.
Frenchman.
Okay.
Cool. Does that make us both buddies, or is it just I like him?
No, you
Yeah.
like him.
Okay.
It's the alien system.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah,
gotcha.
Everybody's gonna like someone different.
Soviet. Go ahead and roll that D10.
With the exception of when in Aliens, we all liked the AI or the NPC
All
pilot.
right, you get Felix Steiger.
Oh.
Perfect. Yeah, you get the British, the Brit.
Not me.
Okay. All right, Gear. Go ahead and roll that D10. Okay, you guys really like each other. Yeah, you get.
I
you
got
get
Musket.
It works.
You get
It works.
Nice.
The dice are in
Okay.
your favor. All right,
The f-
Burford. Go ahead and roll that.
The Frenchman doing humanitarian. humanitarian work for the Polish and the Polish mage.
You actually get the Frenchman.
Ooh.
Something something about him just rubs you the right way. Yeah. Despite his nationality.
Why is the
Burford
Frenchman
is
liked
fucking-
so much?
Burford is just
It's
foaming
fuming.
at the mouth.
I quit the campaign.
All right, time to remove his model off the stream.
To be fair, at the end of every session, you can reshuffle buddies if you would like. But geez, go ahead and roll that.
Well, no one wants to be buddy with me, so I guess we'll see.
You're doing it wrong.
What?
You're holding and then tapping R. Just tap.
Yeah,
tap
just
R.
yep. There you go.
There you
Too much judgment.
go. Okay, you get the Brit.
Great.
You sound so reluctant. But,
All right, when Kalo comes back, he'll have to
yeah.
do
Yeah.
his.
Can you not hear me? I'm
Oh, there he is.
Oh, okay.
we're back.
Kalo's
To
Okay.
back.
be clear, the only person I've not currently like is the fucking Slav.
Okay.
The Slav,
Um,
the American, and the Soviet. Nobody
All right.
likes the Slav.
Kayla, yeah, go ahead and finish your description of whiskey.
Okay. So he was a burglar growing up. Unfortunately, the only good places to rob in the Soviet Union are wealthy government officials and military. This, of course, promptly landed him in hot water after a few years of doing this. And he was given the option, since he was 16 at that time, to start enrolling in the military and start going through the process, or just be sent right off to become re-educated. He promptly took the offer to start military work, although it was just mostly training for the first while. When he was 18, he was sent off, and I believe that would be around the right time for him to immediately get combat experience in Afghanistan. He performed well enough there that once he had finished his tour in Afghanistan, he was very politely suggested to do another military tour, and he was brought into the VDV. From there, he would do several more tours throughout various conflicts that the Soviet Union liked to start up during the time. Finally capping off with becoming a sniper in the Spetsnaz. He served in numerous countries: Afghanistan, Georgia, Tajikistan, Chechnya. Anywhere the Soviet Union needed soldiers to be shooting people, he was sent off. Of course, with a life like this, he's developed a slight violent distaste for communist leadership, which he's, at some point in this campaign is going to be able to happily take part in eliminating. But for now, that's kind of it.
Okay. Excellent. Yes. So now you need to roll a d10 to determine your buddy.
Yay.
Like the frog. Like the frog.
Brit, like that Brit.
Who?
Like that
Oh.
Brit.
Is that the
You've got-
frog?
You've got the pole.
Oh,
Let's
so
get-
no one likes the hollowed out American. Okay.
Nobody likes the American. Nobody likes the American.
It's the American
The Soviet.
and
And the Slav, Yugoslav.
Yeah.
or
yeah.
Slovenian.
Tad.
I mean, me, the one who doesn't want to be friends the most. I like you.
Mhm.
I see what it is. It's just because I'm the major, and you're like, well, if we act like we like him, he won't give us the shit jobs.
Why do I like him?
No, you like me.
Why do I like you?
I don't know.
It's a good
Whiskey
question.
likes you, Musket.
You'll find
He
out. I suppose.
genuinely likes you.
Shared a bit of cheese that
He
one
will-
time,
he will-
instant buddies.
Okay. So now
Don't
that
worry, everyone will be
everyone's-
quick. Everyone will be my quick buddy after I save us from the first ambush.
So now that everyone's met or everyone has a feel for their characters and have their buddies, we'll go right into it. So, kind of flying across the crater-ridden landscape of Poland, the cities that used to dot the countryside with trucks and farms kind of everywhere has been reduced to a cold, dead husk of a country. Craters riddle the landscape. Cities once thriving with life have been reduced to husks of bent and kind of melted metal. Farms have gone barren. And the true horrors of a World War III have been realized. Now, coming down closer, we come to a small forest, kind of in central Poland, in a ditch that has been carefully excavated, lie 4 covered bodies. It is barely 5 a.m. The sun has not begun to shine. Early autumn. The sun is starting to rise later and go down earlier. But the morning is but the morning is broken by a loud crack of a rifle shot echoing out. And at this sound, our 4 figures shake awake. And emerging over the edge of this trench is our first character, Steiger. You had been on last watch. Using your night vision goggles, you had kind of where would Steiger have sat himself to keep watch over this little dugout that you have?
Probably 10, 20 meters away in a bush somewhere.
Okay. From this bush, you're kind of scanning ever so often, but you're trying to keep relaxed, not using up too much energy. But this crack echoes through the air of a definite rifle shot, followed by another and then another. And after the first one, you're awake, you're alert, and you can hear the slight shifting as your fellow companions start to come out of their sleep. But you have the initiative to act on these rifle sounds.
I'm going to try and look for them, I suppose.
Looking around, you see the dead forest. Go ahead and give me a recon roll.
What is that?
First roll.
So that's going to be a your intelligence and your recon. So it's a D10 and a D8.
Oh, I'm going to D10, I'm going to D8.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Don't pack it up.
Yeah.
You
So
fucked it up.
you're searching, but kind of the barest kind of nodding off that you had kind of clouds your mind a little bit. But you can tell that this sound is it's not close. It's it's more like a distant engagement, but your kind of brain is telling you that it's not like an immediate threat to your life.
Right, I'm going to get up from behind his barn. I'm going to go over to the trench with my companions, and we're going to discuss.
Okay. So yeah. So Muskie, Marco, Leonce, and Bo, you all kind of are shaking yourselves awake at the sound of this rifle shots. And each of you, as you wake up, you see Felix come over the ridge of your little dugout. But you guys are awake.
I'm just.
You guys hear those
broadly-
shots?
Unfortunately.
What did you see?
I saw nothing, but there is quite a distance away. I say sort of middle ground in terms of range. The forest is going to distort these sounds. Let's just shake ourselves up and see if we can do something more and try and pinpoint it.
Sounds like a plan. What about you, Leons?
Well, I really don't have a. And he's gonna look over at Whiskey. Is Whiskey holding onto his rifle yet?
No.
He's gonna take Whiskey's rifle, and he's going to prop it up on the edge of their little trench line. Okay, so where did you hear that?
What did I just say, man? You not listening? I can't see where it's coming
Hey,
from because the
keep it
forest is
quiet.
distorting it.
And I want to do a scan using Whiskey's rifle scope as a
Like
magnification.
binoculars. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and give me a recon roll and
Wait.
you get a +1.
I am here?
Yes, you are.
Wait, what?
What?
You didn't
I
say
thought
his
I
name at
wasn't.
the start, to be fair.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
He
Sorry,
definitely ain't here.
I was meant to say yes, Whiskey, you are here.
So, Whiskey, Leons, Mache, Burlo over there, I forget his name, Bo,
Bo,
and
Felix.
And Felix.
correct? That it's
Is that
everybody
correct?
but
Everybody
the civvy.
The civvy.
That is just double checking before we continue on. Is it everybody but the civvy that's here?
No,
right
you
now?
didn't say Marco was just here, did he?
Everyone
Yeah.
everyone is here.
Okay,
Everybody.
we're all
Okay.
okay.
Everyone is there.
All right.
All right. Okay, that was success. Scanning through the scope, you kind of kind of see a faint kind of glow of a fire in the very distance. Barely able to make it out through the rifle scope. But you can see it is coming from the east of your position.
I'm gonna assume this map is north up.
Wait, which way is up?
North up.
North is up.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's that way.
probably
Okay.
grab a compass. But yes,
We usually
north
just
is
do
up.
like
That's the way the text is oriented.
just do it that. There you go.
Okay. It's from the east.
Mhm.
Okay.
Odds.
I'll give Whiskey back his rifle at that point. Okay. So there is a fur over there. We can go check it out. We can leave it alone.
Oh, well, there's
Um,
rifle fire, there's life. You
But
never
there's
know
life.
what kind of life is around here.
These extra bullets.
If you want, boss, I can run up ahead and see. Or, well, not to run, but I can do a bit of forward recon.
As you guys are discussing, more rifle shots sound out. Followed
But whatever
by
this is, it's getting louder, guys.
I
followed
agree.
by a very definite shotgun bucking.
These rifle sounds, are they in... Good.
Sorry, finish your question.
Are they like timed shots? Are they automatic?
they're mostly timed. There aren't many automatic bursts going out.
Okay.
Look, at the very least, there's civilians in danger. That's a shotgun.
I think I agree. Felix, why don't you take point?
All right, on it.
I'm gonna
Can I
turn
take whiskey with me?
We'll all come with you. I'm gonna turn around to Marco behind. You, civilian.
Yeah,
You've been in firefights before?
couple.
Congratulations. You're graduating. Now come with us. I'm gonna look back to Felix and just go, whenever you think is best.
All right, I guess we're moving, and we just start to move off at a light trot.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So you guys head out, kind of emerging from your dugout, keeping a light jog, and you get to the edge of the forest, and what greets you is is not a small fire, but a fire that has grown to engulf a small homestead. Outside, you see a couple moving figures as they are getting into a some sort of vehicle. It's kind of hidden well from the fire, so it's in the shadow. You can't really tell what kind of vehicle, but the figures are getting in this vehicle, and you hear the kind of the ignition start on this vehicle as it revs to life.
And we're all seeing this, yeah? We're all literally immersed at the side. We're all there, yeah?
Yeah.
What you want to do, boss? Make it quick.
This vehicle, does it look civilian?
Give me a recon roll.
Fair enough. My recon's not great. What is that under? Intelligence? It's just intelligence for me.
I'd like to pop out my binoculars,
If
like
you would
sling
like
them up
to,
and take a look too.
if you can help him, or Muskie, you can help Whiskey.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry, finish it.
When you help, you just give him the person you're helping a +1, which increases the step of their dice.
I'm gonna probably help Whiskey.
Okay.
I know he's a sniper. I know he's got a scope. So I'm gonna look over it. And I'm gonna turn to you, Whiskey, and you're already gonna be like pulling out your rifle, and I'll just try and assist.
All right. Yeah, Whiskey, go ahead and give me a recon roll, and it's going to be a +2 because you get the help from musket and you're using your rifle scope.
All right, so that's the 2d12s because I have a C in recon, which is a D8. Yeah, up 2 steps. Okay.
What?
I
I don't think it upgrades your dice. I think it just.
No,
it
that's
does.
what the +1 modifiers do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
in
okay.
this game-
Sorry.
No,
your
you're fine.
best roll is 2d12. You cannot
Yeah.
succeed,
Okay.
or you cannot go above that.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, that is impressive.
As
That's
you just look through your rifle scope, the fire creates a nasty glint that kind of almost gives you a temporary blindness in one eye, and as you kind of look away, you're not able to determine what kind of vehicle this is. But just from the vague shadows, you can tell it's a truck.
How far
Some
off was
kind
it?
of truck. So this homestead's about 300 meters off. It's fairly
Sweet.
far, but the glow of the fire just is immense in the darkness.
Does it look like they're going to pull out imminently then?
Yeah, the engine just got revved on, so it looks like the vehicle's about to move.
I could put the warning shot down if you want me to stop them.
No,
or
we don't know who they are. No need to alert them.
Understood.
To waste ammo. I don't know. Ideas? Maybe useful stuff at that
reckon we wait.
farmhouse.
Bo speaks up. And I reckon we wait for them to leave the homestead and see if we can help anyone out that's there.
I think anyone that's there now is dead in that fire. You don't start a fire if you.
Well, not in it, but
Around.
Shit, I agree with the Yank.
Leon's gonna pull his pistol out of his waistband, check his mag, rack around. It could also be that they started a fire because they couldn't get in. We really get checking. I'd rather not have the blood of civilians on our inaction.
I would agree. We wait until they go and go.
Is the whole place already engulfed that, or is there like half the house?
You can see it's a good portion of the house, but the glow of the fire also indicates that there's a shed somewhere around the side of the house.
And it's not on fire yet?
No, it's not on fire yet.
Okay. And the part that's like not engulfed just yet of the house, does it look like we won't get there in time to probably save anyone that's inside of it.
Well, only look, there's probably a cellar in one of these old houses.
Yeah.
Maybe they're down there.
Is
it just open ground from us to the homestead? Like no concealment, cover, etc.
Oh yeah, there is some concealment. There's a couple like interspersed like shrubbery. There's a pile of stones that is fairly close. It looks like this may be in a farm. They had to de-stone the soil. So there is a pile of rocks fairly close to the house, around 50 meters out. But you have mostly light concealment going up to the house.
Yeah, they ain't going to see us in this light. We can only see them for the fire. That's moving slowly and closer.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Okay. Okay. So going in quietly, I'm gonna have you guys do a group recon check. So recon is also used for kind of getting around stealthily. For a group recon check, you determine who has the lowest score.
I only have a D10.
Okay.
Same.
So whoever has the
D8.
lowest score will roll, and this is just to tell how stealthy the weakest link is, right?
So did you just hit you had a D8 whiskey?
I have a D8, but I do have Infiltrator, which gives me a +1, so that might be a D10 as well.
Be a D10, I guess.
If
So
we're
does
counting it
anybody
that
have
way.
less than a single D10?
By recon, is it the recon stat only or the combined stat?
No,
total?
it's the combined.
That's why I said less than a singular D10.
Then
Because
I
I
have
have
18
I have a singular D10. That is all I have.
Same.
I have a D12 and a D10 then.
Well, fuck
Yeah,
off.
that's
You're not relevant. Yeah, so it's
I
me
thought
or
I was
Sophia.
bad, but I have a D10,
Alright.
D6.
It's me or Sophia then.
All right. Yeah, Musty, go ahead. Actually, Soviet, you haven't rolled yet, so go ahead. And
Oh no. Okay, my luck is terrible, so yeah, just a preemptive one. Should I roll outside of
It's usually
Okay.
bad. Okay.
You can roll
Yeah,
either
yeah.
or.
and roll?
No, don't tap it what. It
Oh,
works,
okay,
never mind.
160.
General rule of
Yeah.
thumb, by the way, if people haven't played tabletop much, just drag and drop over dice and spam R, because if you, for instance, it can happen sometimes, if you like rolled a 2 and you just
Yeah.
tap it, it can sometimes just go straight up, straight down, and then you've just got a 2 again.
Yeah, I tried to do the spammy, but I missed.
You just drag and drop over it. You create a selection box over it.
All right. Yeah, so you guys pick your way across the open ground using the concealment, and you arrive at the large pile of rocks, which gives you very good cover. You're kind of in the shadow of the fire, of the light of the fire. As you get up to that location, you hear the engine of this truck rev as it moves off, heading south along this kind of dirt trail. And now that it's in the glow of the fire, you can see in the back are 4 Soviet infantry, AKMs in hand, steel helmets, threadbare flak vests. You can see, because you're so close, you can see a couple bullet holes and kind of fragments and blood and on their vests. But they're sitting in the back, and something that catches Whiskey's eye. You see on the shoulder of one of them 3 stars in a triangle on a black background, indicating a second lieutenant or a senior lieutenant of the Soviet Armed Forces.
The others would see Whiskey look over at the truck, lean forward for a moment, and then start lifting his rifle up.
I attempt to grab his barrel rifle and keep it down.
Yes. Whiskey, as you see, as you start raising your rifle barrel, you see Musket attempt to push your barrel down. Are you going to oppose that action, or are you just going to allow him to actually lower your rifle barrel?
I will stop myself, look over at him, and go, "They are soldiers. Officer."
They are also leaving.
I agree with the poll here, Whiskey. That's just waiting out and see. We don't know who else is around. If this is still the military, there could be more of them close.
You said an officer. What rank did you see?
Lieutenant.
Okay, do you think a lieutenant to be out in the middle of fuck nowhere in Poland without backup?
Leon, being on the other side of Muskie, is gonna start turning his head in a you wanna realize what you just said?
Shut
type
up,
look.
I know. I'm a different circumstance.
Very well, but that just raises the concerns. Why the fuck did they burn that building down?
Shit, Whiskey, let's just investigate this place, and if need be, we'll follow the tracks. But right now, let's see what's here.
How far away is the truck?
It's going pretty quick, so it's like 100 meters out now from your position.
Leon's gonna hop the wall and ready his pistol as he gets closer to the building, prepared to basically breach the front door.
Yeah, I'm enjoying him going towards
Felix is following on. In fact, Felix is just sticking there, Whiskey's staring him down.
Okay.
Whiskey's lowered his rifle, or well, not lowered it, but he's shifted himself to give overwatch to the building.
I was gonna
Saying
say,
where he is.
Bo is gonna find some ditch to kind of settle himself in, and then put his bipod up, just watching the road where they're leaving from.
Felix is going to grab the civvy and drag him into the farmhouse as well. Extra pair of hands don't hurt.
Fair enough. I'm gonna ready my rifle then, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. So who is approaching the house currently?
Basically everybody but Bo and Whiskey.
Okay, cool. As you guys approach the burning farmhouse, you can see that the fire is actually on the back side of the building. The entrance is fairly fire free. You can see smoke curling out the second story windows, but the front of the house doesn't look to be burning yet. You can see some of the rooms through the windows in the front of the house haven't been burnt yet.
Okay. Because I've taken point and I'm going to be the first one going into the room.
Mhm.
As I get into the room, I've got my pistol close to my chest, kind of down, trying to mask the form that I'm armed against my body.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say in Polish, humanitarian, are you hurt? Humanitarian, comma, are you hurt? Sorry.
The only sound that meets you is kind of the crackling of the fire, which kind of leaves a haunting silence as your question goes unanswered.
All right, are there any side rooms from this main room?
Yeah, so as you enter in through the door, there's like a corridor that runs the length of the house, and off to the sides there are door entrances. You can see kind of at the far end of the hallway, there's flames licking out of the back left a room as it starts spreading out into the hallway. But the front 2 rooms on your right and left are untouched.
All right. Leon's gonna immediately hit and go towards that right room.
Okay, right. Yeah. All right. Musque, Musque, Felix, and Marco. What do you do as you enter this building?
Oh, I didn't want to enter it. I wanted to veer off to the shed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, Felix, you veer off to the shed. You head over there. Musque
gonna follow him.
and Marco. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow the Brit.
Okay. So Marco, you're off with Felix.
I'm gonna
Yep.
follow Leon's then.
Okay. Are you entering into this same?
Yeah, I'll stack up like
door?
other side.
Okay. Okay. Right. Leon, as you enter into the right room, you enter into a nice, homely, kind of simple but kind of warm feeling kitchen. There are a couple like pictures on a stand that has some nice dishware, but on a whole, it's a fairly normal kitchen.
Okay, nothing out of the ordinary, essentially.
Nothing really, but you do notice that there is a plate of some bread and some kind of preserved meat, and a cup of what looks to be tea, and it is steaming.
Yeah, Leon's just gonna turn back to Musket. Okay, so we should get the other 2 out there. We're gonna need to check the other room. We should get the other 2, have them come in here. There's going to be supply. We need supply, but I still want to check that other room. Maybe flag them down, have them come in and get into this room, and I'll get to the other room.
You're good. Do we have radios on us, Thaddeus?
No.
No radios.
I
Okay.
believe you're the only one with a radio.
Oh,
but
okay,
no
fantastic.
handhelds.
Okay, no worries then. In which case, yeah, I'll turn back to Leon and go. Yes, you start heading to the other room. I'll see if I can catch them now.
Yes. By the way, I mean the 2 that are just sitting over by the wall.
Gotcha.
Not the 2 that I thought were coming with us. Okay. And then, yeah, Leon's gonna make his way, and I assume scene shift so that the other 2 can do their
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah, so shifting outside, Felix and Marco, going around the side of the building, you can see the shed is maybe 20 meters away from the main building. Yeah, sure. And it's kind of a squat shed. Looks maybe just for tools. You can see attached to it is a chicken coop, completely devoid of chickens. It's fairly large. It's probably a good 10, 20 square meters. It's fairly large. But it is open ground until you get to the shed.
Marco, I'll cover you. Go to the shed door. If no one shoots at you, I'll follow. Go.
Okay. And I go there.
Okay. Yeah, so you run up to you get up to the shed door and you open it. And the door kind of hangs limply on the hinges, and it doesn't take much effort, and you push it open, and kind of in the middle of this shed has been cleared. There sits a chair and a small kind of tool table that has various implements, hammers, kind of pliers, some kind of digging tools, and sitting on this chair is the limp body of a large man who kind of brownish hair. You can see a little white kind of around the edges of his hair. His features completely dead, his eyes vacant, as you see a trio of prominent holes in his chest that have kind of leaked, that have kind of sprayed blood down his front. But he sits there limply. Yeah, but that is what you see inside this shed.
I walk over to the guy and I close his eyes. He's dead, he deserved that decency. I close his eyes if nothing else. And then I shout out, nothing but corpse and tools, it's clear.
By this time, he's not noticed that Felix is running behind him. And I'm like, don't fucking shout so loud.
Yes, probably good idea, my bad.
Well, this fucking sucks. Right. I'll go get the fucking major. You do what you need to do. Here, look for tools, bury the body, look for something useful. You do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'll go get the major.
Yeah. So as you start leaving the shed, you hear Musket calling for the other two, Whiskey and Bo.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I walk out the front door and I vaguely look to the positions I saw them go. Whiskey! Oh, get over here.
Whiskey will get up, dust himself off a bit, and then jog over to the house.
Bo will do the same.
Okay.
As they arrive, I'm just gonna turn around and walk with them in the house and direct them off to that right room to start clearing it, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
As
gathering
you
up stuff in there.
Yeah. As you re-enter, Felix joins along with your group.
Felix, what did the shed look
Yeah.
like?
Dead body, tools, and one sad-looking slab. That's ours.
Ah,
All right.
anything else we can do?
Okay.
3 gunshots in his chest. I think he's been tortured. I couldn't see blood on the tools, but it's dark. Maybe the slab will have more information when he comes back. What do you called these two over for? What you found?
Point off towards the room that we've already been in, that sort of right-hand room. Various supplies or things we could pull from it, potentially. Gonna have them check it while me and Dion go through this room.
Alright, I'll take Overwatch. Keep some eyes around.
As I'm walking over to Leon, I'm gonna turn around and go, and like as a second for the civvy, where is he?
Back in the shed. I told him to look for shit, but
You think
it's up
it's
to
safe
him
over
what
there?
he does. I do anywhere safe here?
Fair point.
He'll learn or he'll die.
Seems fair enough. Anyway, let's get finished with this house before we fall with it.
Bo kind of
Gonna
thinks
get daytime soon.
as he's looking through like the stuff, and just that's grim, ain't it?
Ain't life grim here, boy?
Uh-huh. All right. Okay. So, Leonce, you are rejoined by Musket as you head over to the left room. There is no door to this room.
Oh.
It's just it's just like an open arch. But kind of shoved up against it is an overturned table. And you can see a bookshelf has been kind of thrown across the doorway in an attempt to block it. But you see that the table and the bookshelf have been shoved out of the way, and there's like a little gap where you can get through into the left room.
Okay. At this point, Leon's is gonna he's gonna unrack the round, put his gun back on safety, pocket that round for later, put his gun back in his waistband. He's gonna look back to Musket. So, we kind of want to get in there. have a bad feeling about this.
Certainly.
So we can either try and open it, or I can go through and see what's going on and then relay it back.
Meta question. The bookshelf is in the way, or is it the table in the way of the door?
Both of them
Both.
were in
so
the way.
So it's like a small gap. They put like a table
Yeah.
up and then a bookshelf behind it to like.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So there's like a squeeze space basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at it and lower my rifle as well and go. I'm just gonna look around. Can I see if a lot of the smoke is starting to congregate, or like because the house is on fire, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The house is on fire.
Is it? Maybe I'll have to make a roll. How worried about how fast am I? How worried am I about this roof is about to fall on our heads?
You can go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Oh, I'm not good at that either. I'm
You
good at
fucking
one
idiot.
thing. I'm amazing at one thing, but one thing only. All right, cool. It's just D10.
Could I was gonna say, can I assist
still-
him with this, because I know I'm about to crawl into what is a confined space.
Sure. Yeah, you can.
So upgrade
Okay.
that musket.
Go to D12. Okay.
Well, didn't matter.
One low. Yeah.
The entire situation is worrying enough, but you don't really know enough about how house fires truly work to determine how long or how fast this is going to spread. So you're really in guessing territory.
I just look at it and go, oh, fuck this. And I would just put sling the AK on my back and go, we go the express route.
Fair enough. So I guess we're pushing the barricade down.
Push and or kick, yeah.
If you need assistance, Bo is very strong.
We may come to that in a moment, but I feel like you're in the
Yeah,
upper room.
We will
No,
attempt
yeah,
it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We will attempt it.
If not, I probably would have turned around and been like, let's get one of the stronger people.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be a stamina roll.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
never mind. Don't.
So if you would like to grab someone else, yes, you can do that, and you can assist each other.
I think the first one, thematically, it would be like we would try and do it.
Yeah, and then we'll try and get someone else.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I want
we're
to.
equal.
I have a D8 flat.
Yeah, same. I think we're equal, so it doesn't matter who
All
does
right.
it.
We'll do my luck, so it boosts by
Alright.
1. Correct.
Yeah, so a D10.
All right. Nope, it's a 5 as
fuck,
well.
Same again.
You start pushing on the bookshelf and the table, but it's like something's behind it. Something's keeping it there. Like you think it would go, but something's keeping it there. But it moves very slightly. And as you're pushing and pushing, you can slowly see the smoke kind of creeping across the top of this hallway as this fire is spreading further and further.
I'd say one more try. Meta question, if I may. Feel free to say no. Who's got decent stamina?
I don't have the stamina, but I have a D12.
Yeah, same. I have the D12 in strength, but no stam.
Were we all chain smokers? What the fuck?
why could no one have stamina?
Why did nobody?
I can
march
fuck.
well.
Why is nobody taking the sexual Tyrannosaurus perk yet?
Fuck. Right. Well.
That's like-
Okay.
My character
we're-
is like.
If we're
like
all
combat-
equally bad at it, then fuck it. Let's go again. I mean, a D12 to a D10. All right, fair enough. But you can't get
I
a
also-
+1 on a D12. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also am a combat engineer, but that doesn't matter because I can't get a +1. But I don't. Even
I feel like
know
we
Alright.
just
Well,
thematically, I want to try and go fast.
All right, Musket. Which one of
We're
us is doing it then?
We're doing it again. Or you tried, I'll try now. I think that
Alright.
makes sense. So
Alright,
a
go.
D10.
I'll say with this additional try, you can get an additional +1.
Okay, so
so
D12
D12.
total. Okay.
Yeah, D12. If you roll a 1, you're going to suffer a point of damage
Okay.
as
seems fair.
you just begin ramming into it.
That's a D12, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. All right.
Oh.
Hey.
There we go.
The kind of urgency of this fire kind of spurns you on, you feel a rush of adrenaline as you kind of put your body weight and you slam into this bookshelf and table, and it goes flying, and the room is finally revealed to
We're
you.
already there, Pry. Everything is on fire.
The
Everything's on
room
fire already.
has a nice rug for a rural farmhouse. A couple nice kind of plush chairs. But lying in the center of the room, you see a woman, long blonde hair, kind of plain dress, with accented with some flowers and the kind of a lace end of the dress, and she is curled around a smaller figure, and in her hand, that's kind of limp on the side, away from her body, lies a small Makarov pistol. Looks to be out of ammunition, and you see blood that has pooled around the small child's head and her own head.
Gonna rush over towards the center then, and yeah, chap your door. Leonce, get in here. And I'm going to just immediately kind of push them aside. Are they, like, looking at them? They look dead straight away.
They look dead, yeah.
Yeah.
As
Fuck.
Leon says, you come in, both Musquet and yourselves will take 1 point of stress damage. As it is so evidently clear to both of you that this mother was forced to end both her and her child's suffering instead of being in the hands of those soldiers.
Musquet is just gonna be repeating, fuck, Dupé, fuck. Damn butchers. And I'm just gonna stand up from them, close their eyes at least, but I'm not gonna move them. And I'm gonna take a look around the room.
Looking around the room, you don't see much of anything that would be useful to you. But as you take a kind of second glance at the woman, you see that in her other hand you can see there's some kind of piece of laminated paper or colored paper in her hand.
I'm gonna just grab that then. I don't care what it is, I'm like stick it in a pouch for now.
Okay. You grab it and stick it in your pouch. Looking around, you start to see that the door leading there's another door leading to further back into the house, not to the hallway. You see the red glow of the fire as the door looks to be glowing, and mere moments later, the door kind of falls off its hinges, crashes down, and a cloud of embers is ejected into this room. The rug catches on fire, and you're rapidly getting into a situation where the room you're in is on fire.
I'm gonna look at Leonce. I think it's time to leave.
Lance has already turned around and basically made his way to the archway.
As I'm running to the door as well, I'm just shouting at the top of my lungs, everybody out the house.
Okay. All right, Whiskey and Bo, if both of you could give me a survival roll as you try and grab anything useful from this kitchen.
Can I look for tools instead and roll tech?
No, it's still gonna be survival to search.
Okay.
Tech is using the.
What are you doing? What are you doing there, Cheese? What?
Oh yeah, no, hold on, that's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah, just spam off. Yeah, there you go. Oh, lucky.
And that's why I don't roll survival.
As you're.
Oh my god! Oh no!
As you're searching, Bo, you're looking the only things you're seeing, you're trying to look for some tools. The kitchen is kind of devoid. There's a couple of utensils that are made of like some cheap tin, but you're not able to find anything useful. And as you're about to search another cabinet, you hear Muskie shout to get out of the building. Whiskey, as you're searching, your mind is a little too occupied by the presence and absence, the presence and then the absence of that Soviet lieutenant. And your brain is away, and your body is on autopilot, and you don't really find anything useful.
Well,
but you too hear the shout by Muskie.
hearing them
to get
shout, Bo will grab the hot. You said there was a hot cup of tea, right?
Yeah, there's
Okay, he'll pour that into his canteen and then walk out.
Okay.
You got something.
I'm gonna take the preserved meats and fucking dodge out.
All right.
Out we go.
Okay.
Run away.
You rolled so
Um,
badly they unpreserve themselves.
They immediately disintegrate.
Turn to
Um,
dust at your touch. Just poof.
No, so you race out of the room, and you grab some preserved meats, and you make it out. And as all of you, I'm gonna have everyone, all right, everyone except Marco and Felix, go ahead and give me a mobility roll.
I'm also not good at that.
A what?
Oh no, I'm
A
alright.
mobility.
I didn't even know that was a thing I could roll.
So
Well,
a
shows you how good I'm
D8,
about to be at this.
D8 and a D6.
Hang on. All right. Are the backpacks back at the trench, or are people fucking wearing them?
Wait, we have that.
That is up to.
Fuck, failed.
I left mine in the trench.
Okay, you left
Yeah,
yours in the
definitely
trench.
not my turn.
I
Okay. Oh yeah.
Whiskey didn't.
Okay.
Oh. Ah!
All right. Yeah. So all of you start racing out. Marco and Bo, you're just a little bit faster than everyone, and you just race out of the house, out of the homestead.
I'm searching the shed. Would I hear Muskie shout to get the fuck
Yes.
And
Yes.
it
you would
shouted
have
several
heard.
times as well.
Uh-huh. You just hear the repeated shouts: "Get out of the house! Get out of the house!"
out? Okay, yeah, sure. Follow too.
And you and Bo and Leon get out. Whiskey, you also make it out. Muskie, as you're coming out, you get a burst of smoke, and you barely make it out, but you make it out with a lung full of smoke as you cough and cough, trying to clear your lungs. But everyone is out of the house. Marco, what have you been doing in the shed?
I put the body outside to, bury it later, and I tried to find any useful tools or such within the shed.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a survival at a +1.
Survival. So
You're not in a
plus one
burning
increases
building.
the die size, right?
Yes, a +1 increase. in the
Okay,
die.
so it's a D10 and a D8 then.
It upgrades whichever is the lowest
Lowest,
dice.
yeah.
Or smallest.
Right, very nice. Yeah, picking your way through the various tools that are available, you notice that all the tools that were on the bench have been used and are completely bloodied. And you can see corresponding to the injuries that's sustained by that dead man. But you are able to find a good, usable working wire cutter and a nice, fairly new shovel. So just mark that down on your card. But as you finish searching, you see that everyone has raced out of the house. You hear Muskie's cries, or shouts. And yeah. So all of you are outside the burning house. Now it's just being completely engulfed. That front sitting room had a lot of fuel to the fire, and the entire building is engulfed in flames. Yeah, Felix, you see the rest of your group kind of stumble out of the burning house. You see Musket kind of doubled over, attempting to catch his breath. Yeah.
Bit of a hot time there, boys.
If you're next to me, I'm just going to... I guess I did start smoking.
Yeah, all this excitement in the morning before a brew. My dear old dad would be upset.
I would just like
No, they
wave
always
my
said-
arm as if, please help me up.
Always
I'm going to
said
help
back-
him up.
Always said back in the States. Always said back in the States that smoking kills.
Yeah. Too bad we all seem to have done it. Where's that slab? Hey, Froggy, you alright as well?
Leon's just kind of pulled his tank top up and he's wiping his face down with the inside of his tank top. He's
Yeah,
not gonna
shit,
stop,
man,
but he's
put
just gonna give
Streamlabs
he's just gonna give a
is-
thumbs up with one hand.
I would just mute that for now quickly. Streamlabs is picking up other people's audio on my side, at least. Saying that it's coming through.
As he flips him off.
Thaddeus, what's the temperature out?
Outside?
Yeah.
It's early autumn, so it's around
Cold
it's
as
probably
fuck.
around
Right,
It
right
is
quick, I'm going to
cold.
make sure my dinner's done.
Okay.
So like 50s. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so 50s for
Freedom
Fahrenheit, around
Yeah.
sub 10s for Celsius.
Alright. I've got 6 people in my ear.
So I hope everyone's really jealous of my tea. You can see the steam rolling out of my canteen. Drinking dead people tea.
Yeah. So all of you are outside the burning house now. You grabbed what you could. Wasn't a lot. But you're alive. And that's really all you can say.
Whiskey will look around for a moment before calling out to Marco.
Yeah.
You get anything over there?
That's
Wire cutters
that's
and shovel.
interesting, actually. Yeah, it's not going through when I put it up. What? That's interesting, actually.
Right,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
come
not
back
going
over.
through when I put it up.
We're probably moving out shortly.
Why?
Hmm.
I might know
just realized
why.
I don't have a backpack or anything.
You don't.
Yeah, I actually don't have a.
That not fixed it? Why? To be fair, I did just mute it. Why? Why is it not going through?
Yeah.
Get some tea and meat.
Oh, tea?
Some tea and meat.
Ah,
Dang it.
there you go.
Yes, Ball got it.
Not sure why it was doing that.
Bo will continue to pass around his canteen. Dang it.
I knew you Yanks were good for something. Right, if there's no more objections, let's go back to the trench.
There we go. Now that's
Hang on,
fixed.
is
Apologies.
the Slav with us?
Really weird.
Yeah, he came back
Yes,
while
I
you were
thought so.
while you were getting food. He came back with a
Also, apologies. I'm
shovel and a wire
back
cutter.
now. My stream was not
Oh.
picking up any of your audio at all for some
Oh,
reason.
fantastic!
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to point at
yeah.
the Slav and go, that's a nice shovel.
Thought you'd like it, want it? I don't want to carry it.
No, let's go back to the trench and then we'll
Fair.
sort things out for then.
Is it a long shovel or is it like a trench shovel?
No, it's a long shovel.
Oh,
I doubt somebody would have a trench shovel in the shed.
I don't know. It's Poland.
I mean, look, we can cut it down at some point. Let's just head back to the trench. So I'm going to assume we're all heading back to the trench now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming we're doing it at a light jog.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys jog your way back over to their trench. All your belongings are kind of not neatly placed away, but have kind of been jostled around by your sudden awakening. But all your gear is there.
Oh, I'm gonna go find my nice little hole again. In the time that it's walked back, is my lung full of smoke at least a bit better?
Yeah, the fresh air has done wonders for you.
I'm a
You're just coughing every
Yeah,
once in a while now.
I'm a find a nice solid patch of ditch, plonk my ass in it, put my AK to the side. I'm gonna reach into that pouch where I put that like piece of paper.
Felix, you're going to like just chill.
Okay.
He's done night shift watch, so you know he's just coming, having the adrenaline come down. What we just done.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey will take watch instead because he also has night vision goggles.
The real question
Deals.
is, how does Muskie feel about drinking that dead person tea?
Well,
God,
The tea is tea.
The dead can't drink.
That's a good point.
Leon's is just gonna go sit over on the side, and he's gonna pull out one of his ration tins. He's just gonna pick at it until he's about halfway done with it.
Okay.
hmm.
Okay. Marco.
Can I keep an eye out for any like wild animals and such?
Okay.
I
yeah.
do have that bow, and if I spot something, I would try to I would like to try and catch it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Beats
Musket, as
actions.
you're, yeah, we'll shift over to finish Musket's opening, and then we'll get into strategic play. So Musket, as you open up this piece of paper, you can see it was ripped from something larger, but it looks to be a map of some kind, and you can see a location circled in black. And as you look at it a little closer, you can start to line it up with your own map of central Poland. And as you look and look, you see that there has been a mark placed to your north, between like a triplet of the towns Conan, Koto, and Turek. And you see kind of scribbled on the side, you see a couple of words in Polish, crash, then a little below it you see helicopter ? And that's the last thing that is written on this map.
Fair enough then.
Felix.
Slightly to myself, or not exactly quietly, but not loudly. I'm gonna be like, flipping this up and down, pulling out my map, pushing it against, using a torch or a candle light or lighter light, whatever, to give me some light. And eventually lighting it up, I go, oh, Governor. Crash? And I get a room I'm drawing, and I'm just muttering to myself like all the things you basically just said.
So Felix is like overheard this. He's pretty close, and he just sort of looks at Leon and catches Leon's eye. I hope. Yeah.
I mean, he's just sitting around eating, so probably.
And he just sort of tilts his head towards Muskeg, and it's like, "What you found there? What you found there, Pole?"
Well, if they could draw a map, yeah, gather around. I think something anyway. Maybe the reason why they torched that poor farmstead. Gather around. I look over towards that whiskey. Come over here as well. Nobody's going to attack us in the next 10 minutes.
Hey. Whiskey will head down into the trench with them.
I'm a sort of just like, we'll get every round. I'm gonna like flip the map around. I'm a selfie like the top side of it, and I'm a point. I'm basically just like I'm a point up towards like this sort of area here, right here, next to a small town called Koto. I've been there a few times. There's a mark crash, maybe helicopter. They never did have good handwriting, so it's kind of hard to tell. About 50 kilometers north of us. But if they had this, I assume that's possibly why the Soviets were there. I don't know, but I'd look around and make a point of looking around at the desolate ditch that we're in. It's not as if we've got anything here worth keeping and any reason to stay here.
50k is a lot of terrain to travel over. That's what,
It
2
is.
days worth of walking?
Definitely. Thaddeus, the surrounding city, Kalitz, like by here, like, would I have any general knowledge on that? Like, would I know if there's people there? Is it deserted? Is there...
Every single one of you knows that Kalitz is currently under Soviet occupation. So there are patrols around Kalitz, and that is where you had fled. The Fifth Company had been destroyed at Kalitz, and you've actually been pushed eastwards due to Soviet patrols from Kalitz.
I'll have a look and go,
Let me
well,
see that a little closer.
I'm gonna just hover the light above and move to the side so we can sort of see it.
Yeah, Land's gonna lean a little further in.
Let's look at that and go, well, we've got no reason to stay here, especially with the Soviets breathing up our, and he, like, just fingers his hand at us. So, maybe moving a bit north wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, but we're going to get a long-term plan here, or are we just going to survive day to day?
Okay, so hear me out. As far as I know, that was a popular route for the aid effort. It is a possibility that was an aid chopper that went down. So what I'm thinking is we find a car, something we can all go in, and we make our way over there. There should be supplies there, food, water. I don't remember if they ever brought weapons through those. Tried not to be as much of a target, but if we can try and find some way of moving a little faster, then we can make our way up there and see if anybody else has found it.
Well, someone's found it. If they've marked it on a map.
It could be a rough estimation where they think it might have landed.
Alright, so your plan is to get a vehicle and go up there.
I'm thinking if we can get a hold of something that will make us move a little faster through, then yeah, that is my long-term plan.
Alright, but what do we know about the local towns? Obviously we know Callis is hostile as fuck, but what about everything else?
How much... I'm guessing I may be one of the more knowledgeable ones on them, being that I grew up here, but how much would we know generally about Shloaz and Turek? Or Turench, I should say.
They are mostly just kind of
Small
ancillary
places.
towns.
Yeah.
In fact,
They'll-
Dave, what are the last known Russian lines? Because I think we'd know them if we'd just been in an operation.
Right.
I would actually assume that luckily, because that's a river crossing, hopefully they're not kind of up here or down here as much. I don't know. I don't know.
1 second.
We should get some little like red tank markers or like red infantry markers. We can start putting them on the map and
I
stuff.
should.
Like show.
Last best intel puts puts most of the northern detachment of the NATO forces somewhere along this line.
Okay.
Kind of following those towns. And you know that there was a kind of spearhead attack ending in Kilitz by the Soviets. So there is
Probably
We're
scattered
currently in
forward
no man's
patrols. Yeah.
yeah, you're currently in Soviet controlled land.
So we're
Probably
thinking
this
like
river. I can't see anything anybody's drawing.
we're thinking NATO lines are probably there.
Yeah,
And then
roughly
along the
that's
river.
right there. And the
And
rest
that's-
is Soviet controlled.
And we're currently in their spearhead, right? So we're like right on their front line right now.
So Soviets have
power is
come
the
from
bold.
the east and the NATO
Yeah.
from the west, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're behind enemy lines basically.
And I'm just gonna put a big arrow like way the fuck out there, showing which way the lines move.
Yeah. Okay, so we're pretty much behind enemy lines wherever we go. Is the takeaway?
Yeah.
But obviously, I doubt they're gonna have as big of a military presence in random fuck off Slovak or Czech, the small villages. In which case, then I guess we'll discuss that. We'll be like, Storach and Turech, small villages, maybe something we can use.
Yeah, but Slovakia today, fucking bridge crossing. Remember, look at the map. They're not going to want to lose that to any partisan forces.
Okay,
It's
Turech
relatively
it is,
cut.
but that's still a 40-kilometer, 30-kilometer hike.
Across open fields on flat
Indeed.
terrain.
Indeed.
Well, let's see if we go. What if we go south? Isn't there a little settlement south of the bridge? Foxwa. Meaning this town down here.
Yeah,
Anybody?
yeah.
What if we go there and
Stockshell.
there's no, it's a main road, but there's no bridge, there's no choke point, there's nothing that they can really abuse there. Maybe they've rode through it, left it alone.
Yeah, man, we're getting the best straws. Whiskey, you know Russian doctrine better than anybody else. What's your opinion on this?
Can I have any meta knowledge that would pop up? Because how long has Whiskey been with them? I'm assuming
It's been about a
to be
week.
put in on offensive. Oh, okay.
It's about a week.
So I actually have one other question. Do I still have all of my paperwork and shit, like my documents on me from serving in the Soviets?
You do not.
Okay. In that case, yeah, would I know if they fortified this town or this town, or if they just blew straight past to Kaliz and left it?
You think it's more like they would towns that they bypass, they would leave a small garrison to maybe control the surrounding area with an officer in charge, and then main forces would head on to larger towns like Nibelund, Kilitz, and the such.
Alright, so this is a small town, this is like a medium, and then a large-ish?
Larger.
Going off the...
Yeah.
Alright. Whiskey will look at the map for a little bit before pointing over to Sierra Daz. This one, is smaller, so they probably only left a handful of troops and an officer there to hold the bridge. They're not worried about NATO behind their lines, probably. Zlokzu is probably a bit more fortified. They might have a few more men, so if we wanted to steal a vehicle, we might want to head over to the east. As long as you don't get to the bridge itself, I feel like we might be okay-ish.
Oh, I'll say one thing, because I'll just be devil's advocate here. I agree the need to get a vehicle is high. I agree the need to get out of this trench is high. Bo, you're awfully quiet.
Shit, maybe it's because I got a cold.
You have a cold too. It's autumn in Poland, and we're in a trench. Bo has a cold.
I am cold.
It's very thematically correct.
Well, I see it two ways. We could either, the helicopter crash is the only lead we got. Could provide some intel. Could provide us supplies. They've got a helicopter working. They've probably also got supplies and fuel and parts at the crash site. Or we try to just get back to NATO lines. Where we can get supplies, resupply there. So.
Alright, Slav, what's your opinion?
I don't really know much about this stuff. I will just trust your judgment here.
I
Hang
know
on,
how this
wait.
works, Chief.
No, you know about vehicles though, yeah?
Sort of.
You've
I
been
know how
around
to-
here at least a while? Stopped
I
any
know how to
mechanic
fix car, I
shops?
know how to
or-
fix tank. Like, I know how to drive car, I know how to drive tank.
But you stopped around any maybe mechanic shops or auto shops, anything?
I don't remember, honestly. Been just kind of focused on not dying. Brain
It's
not wired for
understandable.
this.
Felix just like that low chuckle, you know, when you're like dark humor amused.
I suppose you haven't got any chieftains hiding anywhere, eh, Brit?
Fuck if I know, I've been with you longer than I've been with them at this point. Well, not you, but this fucking ragtag NATO force.
If I might perhaps offer up another bit of advice on that eastern position. I don't know about you NATO lads, but a lot of the people who get left behind are the conscripts and reservists running the garrisons, or military police. Pop the head of the officer, and usually the bunch get quite agreeable.
Thaddeus, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my vast knowledge of humanitarian behind enemy lines to remember any special positions that may have been preset?
Humanitarian aid.
Lots of humanitarian aid going on.
Okay, I see.
Lots of
Lots of hearts and
anti-Soviet,
minds.
lots of
All
anti-Soviet
over that
humanitarian
wall over
aid
there.
happening.
You know that in the town of Zelenuska, right here,
Okay.
is one of such one of the larger humanitarian aids that you know of, and it could potentially care for all of your needs for a
Wow.
while.
So okay, right. If you think we can just get rid of the officer and be good to be safe in the town, then I think we should go with that. From there, we can get a bigger plan.
So, travel
And then-
east, kill the guy in charge of that town, cross the river, go to the humanitarian place. That's not a bad shout. Instead of walking across open ground, we can hop across all the forested areas, cross back the bridge west and go that way. It's a longer route, but as Leon's just said, we know there's supplies there. It's not just a fucking going out of our way for nothing. You're a logistic expert, Chief. What's your opinion on that one? Points to Musjev.
Either way, we'll get some supplies, some beds, a car, kill some Russians. Seems like a win-win to me.
Fuck it, I'm down for a trip back east.
Yeah, if we can find a car. Back in the day, I used to lift a couple. Not physically, although probably could.
Shit, Bo, you ate steaks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
A
Something
real
like that.
American, huh?
That include the tiny penis?
Hey,
I'm gonna look up at the
I told you it was
moon
the
and stuff.
radiation.
What's the rough time?
What'd you say, Musket?
As I was talking to Thaddeus, like, I look up at the stars and the moon, and what's like the rough time? Or if I ever watch, I'm gonna look at that.
Well, shit, it's autumn. We got woken up at the crack of dawn. I'd say it's getting light. Probably about 8 a.m.
Okay.
You guys gotta stay.
In which case, I would just look back and go, well, does anybody want some more sleep? Or do you want to be soldiers for once in a while? Can I use
You ain't-
command? No, I'm joking.
Force
You would
them.
say,
Um,
I'm about ready. Yeah, let's get going. I'm about ready to be done with soldiering, but until then,
okay. Okay. So we are going to move into strategic play. So, with strategic play, there
I have a
are
cheat sheet for this.
four shifts in the day, and each shift you get to do a specific action. I believe, yeah. So Musket's pulling out a.
Oh, I can't scale. Okay, well, you should all have an infinite bag. So.
Yeah.
I do not have a bag of cheat sheet.
We can all share mustard.
Oh, are they a bag?
They're,
It's a
they're
bag
an
of
infinite
bags.
bag
bag
of
of
bags.
bag.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
That way you could
yeah, so
just.
so just search it, and you can have a look at the strategic play.
There's something by here. Can you just come have a look? Because it says there's a character sheet here.
Yeah.
Can you find that? Like,
character sheet.
I can see it.
I see it. Can you just promote me so I can drag that out of the ground quickly?
Sure.
Because
Okay.
what the fuck? Like it got in my way then because I was like clicking stuff and I'm like,
Mhm.
I can't actually grab it out. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm
So-
just gonna delete it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a copy.
Is it a hidden character?
With strategic play, there are 4 shifts during the day. Everyone gets an action during that shift, and
It's just disappearing.
they can accomplish a task. Some requirements for the day: you always need to sleep for at least 1 shift per day, or else you'll get sleep deprived, which is a bad condition. You need to consume 1 day's worth of water and 1 day's worth of rations, or else you'll become dehydrated or starving. So these are the kind of the requirements, but the different actions you can take. You can take marching, which is just traveling. You can drive. If you have access to a car, you can drive. If you're stationary, you can go gather. So that gathering means you go and gather like water, or you go gather food. There's keeping watch, which is just doing sentry duty. Scourging, in kind of more populated areas, you can scourge and try and get some kind of scraps and kind of whatever other pieces of equipment you need. You can forage, you can hunt, you can fish, you can make camp, which I know is very attractive. You can cook, you can rest, or you can sleep. And finally, you can explore. So those are the kind of things you can do each shift. So as you guys decide that you're ready to head out, the morning shift has completed as you went to the burning house. But it is the day shift. Sun is now shining, kind of lifting the dour atmosphere of the early morning's events, kind of from your mind. But you guys have your actions and what you would like to do.
Well, the first thing, I mean, basically, reading for that, we can march for 2 hexes on open terrain or road terrain.
Mhm.
And, by the way, if I remember correctly, the terrain is always decided by that blip in the middle. So even though that's got a forest on it, that's counted as open because it's in the middle.
Yep.
But I think stuff that's quite clearly... I think that counts as a road. I think roads can move for the side, can't they? It's
Yeah.
just... Yeah. But marching, which I suppose if we're going to move, we should all probably move rather than leaving people here. So I think we should all do a march.
Yeah,
Morning
we'll
shift
agree to
march to the town.
Day shift march, yeah.
It's a day shift. Morning was already taken up
Morning
Okay.
was our
by
morning,
your
yeah.
adventure.
Do we have to roll for weather change, or is the weather stable enough right now?
The weather is stable enough.
Okay, fair enough. That's nice.
Nothing's really. The day is actually quite nice.
Isn't this nice?
It's a rare occurrence, but the sun is shining. It's still cold in the air, but the sunlight warms you up, and you feel a little bit of hope as you've got a nice little plan to kind of get yourself situated, and there's a little bit of hope in the air.
Oh, sorry, just reading navigation. When moving in an off-road hex, I suppose we're not moving that far off-road, actually, so that's fine. No, I guess we're not, are we now? I was just reading the fact that if we were to basically just, like, cross this big open fucking terrain, we just have a chance of getting, like, turned around and moving this way. Which is terrifying. I like that. Yeah, I think we should all march, and who wants to keep watch? One of us can keep watch.
Who's got the highest recon? That's
I was
just
gonna
focused
say,
on
I
recon,
can-
innit?
I can
gonna
also
be-
keep watch.
It's not me, that's the short answer.
I have a D10, D6, so
I have a 12 and 10.
D10,
that's way better than me. 12 and 10 sounds like good.
Yeah. D12, D8 here too.
So it sounds like it's either Felix
It's-
or Whiskey or Leonce.
Yeah.
But what's yours, Marco?
Same as you, Poop.
Okay, Poop. So yeah, it's basically some of your threes then, so take your pick, Brody.
I'll take watch.
Right, I'm fine with that.
So we're all marching and Gear's taking March Watch.
Yeah.
Hey, cool.
All right.
Oh,
So, so you move. Let's go to
marching
the
on
next
foot, players
hex.
control 2 hexes in road or open terrain.
So as you kind of start marching out, you leave the forest behind, and you get into more wild grass and rocky terrain. It provides a little bit of cover, not much. But here, go ahead and give me that recon check. As
No,
you
it's
travel.
Nope.
Yeah. You of course, yeah, you definitely picked up all your gear. You got yourself situated first. But yeah, so you all get out onto the road, walking. It's a nice day. You spend your morning getting to the outskirts of Stards, or this town.
Sierras.
And Sierras, whatever it is, but sorry. And you make it to the town, and you're just at the very periphery where you can just start to see buildings. There are a couple kind of hillish areas with some good cover, so you're not in view of the town. But you spend your morning getting to the town. It is now the dusk or the evening shift. The light has begun to dip. It's around 2-3 in the afternoon now. Actually, it's probably later than that. It's probably like 4 or 5.
Probably, yeah.
The sun is starting to dip down now. You can see the white light of the sun is now turning into the amber and purples. But you have arrived to the town. And as you're arriving to the town, yeah, I'm gonna have you roll me another recon check one final time.
All right. Yep, that's a triple success.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You see all.
As you're coming into the town, your eyes kind of catch off to maybe 200-300 meters off to your north. You see a pack of wolves, gaunt and kind of ears flattened against the head, kind of on their haunches as they prowl adjacent to you, 200-300 meters to your north. You can see they are looking at you kind of intently, with hunger in their eyes.
Really quick, I would like to use my intelligence talent to know their stats.
Okay, sure. I need to find that.
Do they count as an offensive force? Can I use tactician to see their goals?
Yes, it can. Their goal is
shit.
to eat you.
I was memeing. Oh, they want to eat me.
No,
oh, fuck.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
As you're getting the stats, Leon is just gonna kind of like, he's gonna be the last one to huddle into the group to like take cover. He's gonna look over and he's just gonna click his tongue twice and then point his hand, like 2 fingers on his left hand, over at the wolves.
Let me snip this.
We just throw up like a hold fist up in the air, down, and then everybody looks over towards Leon. I'm looking at my stream gear, and I love whenever you talk, 'cause it's just this tiny little man that bobs.
Okay, I'll send this to you, Gare.
The intelligence goblin.
All right, there you go.
You're aiming your pistol at Felix's right thigh on my stream.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Thaddeus,
guys,
are they all clustered together?
they're spread out a little bit, and
Okay.
These motherfuckers have a better recon than I do. What the fuck?
I mean, they can also smell, dude, remember?
Yeah. So there are 6 wolves prowling.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
One to match each of you.
No.
That's
And they're sniffing the air as you're traveling, and as you reach the town, they lie in wait for you. As you slowly come to a stop at the edge of this town. You have the town in front of you, probably occupied by Soviets, and wolves at your side. What do you guys do?
You know, I think I would rather take my chances with the Soviets, because if one of those bites us, they're probably carrying something we don't want to catch. And also, I would rather not get into a firefight with a bunch of wolves outside of the town, and then have to immediately transfer into a firefight into the town.
Bullets or bites? I'm down with bullets.
I could try to maybe lure the wolves into the town. Have them fight the Soviets for?
I think we should go deal with the town. I don't think the wolves are dumb enough to walk into a town themselves. That's why they're sitting outside.
Yeah, somebody gets hungry enough, it'll go after anything.
You
And
want
with
me
any
to
luck,
try and get up close then?
we'll be gone.
Say it again, Whiskey.
Do you want me to try and get up close and do some reconnaissance before we push in then at least, or just jump in?
The sniper wants to get up close. Fuck me, now I've seen everything.
So I should stay outside of the town by myself while the rest of you assault the town.
You see that hill we
With
just
a pack
came
of
from?
wolves.
With the wolves?
Now,
Go over
I
there.
was gonna say, now I reckon that those wolves are just waiting for someone to peel off.
I mean, if we need a Soviet, we've got one.
Yeah, man, if we fucking just give them bow, they'll feed for a month.
What if we can just walk through the town and not encounter any Soviets? That is a very real possibility.
I don't know about you, man. My legs are fucking tired. I've done night shift. We go to this town, that's another forced march. Some of us are going to fall behind. We've either got to take the town and hold up, or risk one of us falling out.
Have we already done 2 marches?
Oh no, we can do 2 marches, and then the third is a forced march.
Yeah, we've done 1, so we can do another.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was too
Yep,
complete.
characters
Step
can
from the
march.
town.
With a success... No, a march doesn't mean per tile, it's just the action itself.
Oh,
So, forced
well, a march is
characters
two-
can march more than 2 shifts. We've only marched for 1 shift. So we've still got another marching shift left, if we so wished.
I will say to march on, you're going to be reduced to 1 tile for this march, crossing the river.
Yeah, because we're in the
Yeah.
city.
Makes
It's no
sense.
longer open.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather take the town.
Are we talking like a couple houses, or is this like a larger town?
No, this is a relatively small town.
Probably a village, maybe?
Yeah.
So
You
like
can-
20 or 30 homes, yeah. So
Yeah, you can see that their houses are scattered kind of around, but there is a grouping of maybe 15 to 20 25 houses kind of clustered together as like a town square. So not many at all.
Look, follow my logic here. We take the town, we kill a few fucking Soviets, we get some supplies off their dead bodies, maybe some intel, and we've got a roof over our heads tonight in a fortified location. Worst comes to worst, we bug out in the middle of the night under contact.
Then I
Or
have...
we,
Continue?
or we fucking risk getting caught out in the open across the other side of the bridge, where we can't fall back if we get contacted, getting contacted back into a town.
We take the town.
So yeah, it's fight now or fight later.
Then my offer is I can go in first. I can either do a quiet reconnaissance, or I could, using the fact that I was one of them for the vast majority of my life, to try and speak with them, see if I can find myself an advantageous position amongst them to initiate.
Let's get close to the town. Let's get to the outskirts and assess it from there again. Right now, we're still on the outskirts, but we're too damn far away. Also, I think if a just random lone Russian soldier turns up, that's going to be pretty odd suspicious, and he could be shot on sight as a deserter.
That is true.
I was gonna say, Bo's already loading up his 2 extra ammo belts out of his backpack over his shoulders.
Can I just look back at the wolves? The wolves still there?
They've moved a little closer.
Yeah, we need to move into town now.
Let's stop having this fucking debate and move, and with that, Felix just gets off his
I was gonna
knees
say-
and just starts doing the slow trot again. Bit tactical slow trot.
Yeah, you guys.
We all know the one.
All right. Is everyone following after Felix?
Yeah, Bo.
I'm gonna
Bo-
stay with the fucking wolves.
Bo will try to.
Fucking reluctant.
No one touched the. Yeah.
Try to get somewhere near the front because
Okay. Yeah.
He's a
You getting
strong
closer.
independent.
Looking around the village, you see a couple beat up vehicles, by people's houses, and every now and again you see a pair of either Polish men, or you see a pair of Soviet troops armed, kind of moving around the village.
Just to clarify, the Polish men are not armed, just the Soviet
No,
troops.
the Polish men are not
Okay.
armed, but you always see whenever you see any villagers, they're never singles; they're always in twos.
Under his breath, Felix is just muttering, "What is this fucking Noah's Ark?"
Yes, well, there certainly may be water involved, but I don't think a boat in this story.
How the fuck did you hear me?
I have super hearing.
At some point, while we're kind of sneaking in here, I guess, because we're probably not like sprinting in. Bo's gonna slip by Muskie. You.
The
think
fuck
you
did
can
you call me?
Musky.
No one ever said Bo's Polish pronunciations were very good.
Muskeje.
Look, I can't pronounce the name either.
That wasn't supposed to be an awkward silence. I was gonna sneeze. Which is, you know what, that just happened to Bo. Bo is deathly ill.
Well, yeah, you come next to me and I just step to the side.
You get a little farther away.
I just stay a little bit further away.
Maybe you want to talk to the. Maybe you want to have a conversation with some of these locals. See what's what. Maybe they can provide us a little intelligence.
Well, I don't think I exactly looks up and down his tactical webbing and rifle and camo poncho. Fit in with what the locals are wearing. Oh god. Please stay away from me.
Go on, keep that man fucking quiet.
Sorry, you'll
Okay.
get the plague.
Maybe when we get close
nice.
enough I can see if I can slip in and ask a few things, but
Yeah, just
we'll see.
Alright. Are you guys trying to keep hidden from any eyes, or are you just trotting on?
I don't think the intention was to go in the town. It was to get closer and have a bit better look, but still stay
Alright.
kind of around the outskirts.
I think meta, we're nowhere near that big center cluster like you described earlier, but
Yeah.
we're past those few outlying houses.
Alright.
Probably still off the beaten track, just in case a patrol walks down.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and can everyone go ahead and give me a recon check?
Everybody? Okay.
A recon.
Oregon.
Origonia.
Is this to remain undetected or just
This is
Oh, that was
looking
fucking awful.
I
How
rolled
much did
terrible
you
as
roll?
well.
I got a 2.
Woo!
Alright, who did not succeed?
I got a
didn't.
fucking 2.
Yeah.
What was the succeed point?
It's a 6.
A 6 or
higher.
up.
Okay, I
It-
got a 7.
Well, no,
Oh, no,
it's based on
paradise.
one dice
You
each.
need one success.
Oh.
So you have
Yeah.
one success total.
Yeah, so you're good. Okay. Yeah, so those that didn't succeed, your eyes are focused on the town, trying to just absorb every kind of piece of information you can gather about the town as you walk. But those that did succeed, as you're passing by a couple houses, you kind of spot a house that is kind of far off, but it's larger than many of the other houses that you've walked past in this town. It's even bigger than some of the buildings that are in the center of town. And outside of that building, you see a large truck that is large military truck. It's colored in green, the green camo. And you see a couple figures standing around outside of the truck in the house. Obviously armed. Yep. but you are still outside the main town center. So, what are you guys doing now?
So we've seen something behind us that's armed, basically, yeah?
It's not behind you, but it's like on the periphery of the main town. So it's like one of the houses that you had passed, but like on the other side of town, and it's larger.
Felix halts the group and does a hand signal to indicate it, and then he starts to slowly move up, like looking if people are behind him, following him.
Yeah, I'll stay behind him.
Leon's will trail towards the back, but he saw it and he's kind of moving that way.
Whiskey will stick a bit more to the side, trying to find someplace that might give a bit of a shooting position from.
Okay. As you're making your way, kind of edging your way towards this house, you see something kind of strange. That there seems to be some kind of artificially planted forest. It's in stark contrast to the rest of the town. There's a large plot of trees kind of around this house, and you can see that the house is on the kind of rivers, closer to the river than any of the other buildings. And now as you're moving closer, you can see that the soldiers now are most definitely armed, and they're most definitely Soviets.
Felix halts the group, and he just sort of like whispers, "Are we doing this now or not?"
I mean, if we're gonna take him out, we probably should go with shock and awe, right?
Another day, another fight, and Leon's gonna pull his pistol out and keep it close to him.
What do you say, boss?
Okay.
I heard the words, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Hang on, it's my phone. Carry on without me. Just assume I'm following on. My mum calling me.
Okay.
As they're all saying, I'm already taking my AKM from my back. I'm just pulling the slide enough to check that the round is still in there, and then just gently pulling it back so it doesn't make a metallic click sound. We're going to fight them eventually. That was the plan. Let's do what the Americans said. Take them by surprise.
All right.
Wants me to take first shot then? See if I can find an officer or a special weapon among them.
Okay. All right. So you guys are moving into an attack formation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let us. Okay. Yep. Blindfold everyone. And...
A person left.
Don't.
There.
Yeah, don't worry about stuff. Also, don't remove your blindfold. Don't worry about the stuff that happens.
Okay, there we go.
I both enjoyed and leave 3 times.
I don't know.
So I've been shopping for a house, and I swear that's what all the houses in my city look like.
He's back again. Did you have to place all of these individually? Oh no, they're like tile groups. Yeah, I see.
That's really cool.
When did you get these tile groups?
I'm pretty sure they're battle tech, but...
Oh yeah, they look like it actually. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, Perfect's mic broke.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why he's the
that's
back
fine.
off. I'm just watching him pop up and off on my stream. Like, there's Felix, like, there he goes. There he is. There he goes.
I will
All right.
propose to everyone, as a heavy weapons user, if I start, I could kill all of them in one burst. It is a possibility.
All right.
Well, we can
if-
all start at the same time when we find out
That's
what's
If
true.
going on.
everyone like to put their tokens on this side.
Yep.
Yonks.
I think we need to make them way fucking smaller, don't we? Because a hex is 10 meters.
Yeah, but I think just the ease of eyes to have them.
So you can
like
put them
they
on
are
different ones, but I know a lot of the combat does require hex to hex or inside hex and stuff.
Yeah.
You want us along the border, or is this fine?
Yes, along the border, please. Okay. All right. We're gonna go into our first combat. So if everyone would
Felix.
just go ahead and grab one of these initiative cards.
I get to draw
Yep.
2.
And I would like
Can I
to
look
put
at
them
it?
over here. Over here.
Oh.
Everyone put them over here.
Keep a hold of which one's yours, by the way. If you forget, you're an idiot.
You store mine. 'Cause I got the
And I will
talent for
grab reference. Reference is here. If you would like, go ahead and grab your token and place it on the card that you have.
That'd be smart.
Hold on a second.
I see.
Somebody will have to grab a Burford token for
I already
his.
grabbed.
Yeah,
his,
we
so-
can't grab an extra token because it's obviously hidden. Who's that on the end?
Sorry, I was getting distracted by
jeez.
something.
Turn that way, by
Alright.
the way.
All right, Burford has it fixed.
Does not
The
sound
answer's
like it.
no.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Does not sound like.
Oh, I'm hearing muffles from Burford's mic. You also lit up on the stream. Well, nothing now.
I'm gonna go ahead and. Okay. Well, let's take a 5-minute break. I need to get some water.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic! I need to fucking
Yeah.
piss like a racehorse.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's take a 5-minute break. Make sure Burford has some time to fix himself,
It's just hear the boom, boom.
and we'll come back to the first combat.
All right,
All
cool.
right.
Okay.
All right. All right. If everyone can go ahead and unflip their initiative card, and then we'll rank it highest, lowest to highest.
Lowest, highest, isn't it?
Hey,
Well, I'm going
Hey.
all the way over here.
I'm taking the 3. The 9 goes back in the deck.
How do I flip up
So-
again? I forgot.
Usually one goes to left, 10 goes to the right. Don't
Okay.
drop it on it. Just gonna
I
say.
was holding it.
So,
Holy shit.
Soviet, put yours down here.
Yeah, you need to put that on there.
All right.
Does anyone know off the top of their head what Red Leg does?
Red light.
Red Leg, the specialty.
Howitzers and mortars.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Shoot, man, if we fight artillery, I'm gonna be your best friend.
We need a base if we get fucking artillery. Just post you in it. You get to stay at base all day.
All right, so we're going into our first combat, and so during combat, each of you have the opportunity to use a slow action and a fast action, or 2 fast actions. And those actions are depicted on the cards beside your character sheet. Just make sure everyone can see them. Everyone's good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. I know not everyone's done the user system, but right, we'll go ahead. Bo, you are first up.
So, do they know we're here?
Nope.
As I get closer, am I gonna have to keep rolling recon to stay stealthed?
Yes.
At what distance can they see me?
Whenever you. Well, they'll probably see you maybe. Probably like around this bend. If you start reaching this bend, they're definitely gonna see you.
So if I go get in these woods, right, I can't make the arrow
Here.
piece.
There. Yeah, you'll have cover, so it'll be harder for them to see you, but they can still see you if they
Okay.
do well enough.
Because I'm nowhere near in range. So
Nope.
So range is calculated. What is it?
In
So
hexes.
if I have a range of 8 hexes just in general.
Short, medium, long, extreme. It's the
Yeah. Well, I already get debuffs for shooting people with a machine gun, so
Oof.
yeah. No, all heavy weapons are made for shooting things and hexes.
You're holding a LMG, right?
Yeah. So if I get in range, it's fine because I have machine gunner, which will make up for the fact that I'm shooting a person.
Mhm.
It's just I gotta get in range, and then so I'll take 2 fast actions.
Okay.
And how many can I move with that?
So I believe it is 2. Oh, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly.
It says on the cheat
2
sheet.
hexes per
Yeah.
fast
Yeah,
action.
2 hexes per. Or in a single fast action, you can move 2 hexes, 20 meters. To move further, you need to make a mobility roll modified by the terrain type. Then for everything you go. But yeah, two per fast, basically.
Yeah. So 2 per
Okay.
fast, and then you can roll if you'd like to go further on each of those fast actions.
What if I fail that roll? Do I do worse?
You don't move any further.
Okay. Well, there's 2. What do I need to roll? I'm guessing stamina.
Yeah. No, you need to roll.
You can still go 2 more.
Mobility.
Mobility. Yeah, you need to roll mobility.
You can do 2 movements, and then for another fast action, you can do 2 movements. But basically, on each individual movement, you can roll a mobility to see if you just push yourself that extra distance.
Oh, okay.
So it's an increase, not an ultimatum.
Yeah. Okay. So mobility. Shit. Where is it?
It's a
Oh, it's
D8.
agility.
Oh, do you only heard D8? Oh dear. Oh,
Well,
Oh, yeah, you don't. Actually, if you. Nope, yeah, you just don't move anymore.
okay. And then I will go 2 more.
For your other fast action, and you can actually try and run again. Okay, no, nothing happens.
I shall be here.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Leon's.
Sorry, I'm sure.
That is fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and basically do the same thing. So I'm gonna move 2, and then I'm going to try and push. Do I have? Oh, yeah, I do have mobility. D10 and a D6. Oh, you motherfucker.
All right, you take your second action.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout these guys. So can I? Is that something I can actually do, or have we technically already spotted them, so I don't need to recon them? I don't see it in the action, so probably not.
Yeah, no.
All right, then we are going to continue moving.
Okay.
And we will try and push it again. Nope.
Okay. All right.
No.
Whiskey.
Okay. I'm gonna move here, and I'll just do the same as well. Mobility, my mobility. I need to do my mobility. D12 and a D6. Okay.
Well, he's got a good chance of moving a lot more hexes. Just per crosshair symbol.
Is what they do.
Oh,
Ooh, you get 3 extra.
God damn.
You see whiskey.
Run.
Run.
One,
Whiskey,
two,
yeah, he
three.
truly runs.
And then I'm gonna go again. And I get to move 2. So I'm gonna enter this. And that
Okay.
is this still considered like light normal terrain?
No, you've entered heavy terrain. So that's going to.
Cheat sheet.
Where is it? It's going to be.
Minus
It's
1.
going to be the forest terrain.
Minus 1 to movement. Does that mean that you take a dice less when you push, or does it just mean minus 1
I
total?
think it's actually just a minus to your hexes.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so I can only move. All right.
So you can move once into heavy when you're in heavy or forest tiles.
Okay. So now I can do the mobility to see, and whatever I roll, if I succeed, take 1 success off to see how far I go.
No, I think it's
And I'm
you
gonna
can.
say no. Yeah.
It's you can move. As opposed to moving 2, you can move 1 because you're in heavy terrain, and then you still do your regular
Extra.
roll after that. That just
Okay.
happens. You just get
All
1
right.
less tile to move, so you can move, but you only move 1 tile,
Okay.
and then you do your extra dice.
Not as speed.
Okay.
Just
One
one.
more. Okay. Very good. All right. Felix.
Right, I'm going to do the good old move,
Mhm.
and then obviously we're going to chuck in a good old mobility.
Don't hold it like that.
Yeah, roll it again.
How do I do
Drag,
it?
drag, drop over.
Yeah.
So drag, drop, and then
And then
spam.
yeah, like that. All
There,
right.
there you go.
Hey, let's go.
Another
Two
speed
hexes.
lad.
2 extra.
So how many hexes is that?
2
2
extra.
extra.
Per
Oh,
crosshairs. Yeah, it's the amount of crosshairs you get, I believe.
Boom.
All right.
And now you still get your second.
You've still got your second action.
Yeah, but if I go to this hex here, that's where they can see me, isn't it?
No,
this one where the
it's
green is.
up. It's for.
Boom.
You can roll to see if you would like to go further.
May as well. There's no negatives.
Nope, there isn't.
Oof.
Oh well, no. Okay, I stay.
Okay, you stay.
I'm just there now.
alright. It is these guys' turn. All right.
Hello, Pussycat. Where are you? There you are. Thank you.
We're going to have a nice little patrol. And
I see they are choosing death.
They're gonna go ahead and roll a recon. Okay. Let's see. Okay. See. Okay. I'm going to need Lance, Bo, Muskie, and Marco to give me recon rolls.
Do I
Recon.
get anything for the fact that between
Not
me and
bad.
them is a minor forest?
I would say you get a +1.
Do I get
would
that
say
as well?
everyone,
Yeah.
I would say everyone gets a +1.
All right, at least I get a D12 out of this.
So which one do I always upgrade the
Hey, I
attribute?
succeeded.
The lowest one.
Okay.
Yeah. I succeeded. Nice.
Succeeded?
Just out of curiosity, can
Yes.
you push rolls in this as well?
Yes, you can.
Is it-
Well, no.
It does say that in places that you can push rolls.
I see
There are
push every now and then.
There are
but-
certain roles you can push, like rolls to attack. You can push.
Okay.
You're expending that
I'm not-
extra bullet.
Okay, we're good.
Don't think it's universal. How many successes? One.
Just one, but
Okay.
Oh, by the way, do I still have my stress damage from my lungs?
Yes. Yes. you
Okay,
do.
fair enough.
You haven't spent the time to. recover
Okay,
that
you
yet.
actually have to like.
I got a
recover them.
success.
Yeah, you do have to spend. Okay.
It seems like we all succeeded.
Everyone had one success. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They were all fucking spotted.
Kind of through the trees. All four of you see the kind of patrolling Russian Soviet infantry.
Yeah, your
You
mic's
see
picking
one of
up.
them is kind of scanning.
Yeah, I know.
One of them is scanning the woods and the surroundings, and you see him raise a finger in your direction, and he kind of shouts something to his buddy, and he raises his rifle. They both raise their rifles, and immediately they start sprinting to find some cover. You were spotted, unfortunately. They rolled 2 successes.
Oh,
Because it's an opposed check.
Okay, Jocelyn, who did they spot? Everybody or
Everybody.
They spotted Lance, Bo, Muskie, and Marco. So
Whiskey? We're good.
Felix and Whiskey,
Yes.
you guys are still undiscovered so far. Alright, I need to make sure.
A good old commando training paying
Well,
off.
oh.
Like, hang on, and I'll put the fucking blanket down so you can lie in it, you needy little fucking bastard.
There's no way to treat your girlfriend.
You talking about Garf?
Yes.
You've got minions.
Okay.
There you go, you fucking turd.
You see. Okay. Here and this guy. Okay. All right. Marco, it is your turn.
well, I'm gonna move into the forest, so I get to move 2 for free, and then I can roll to move extra, right?
Yes.
Okay. So definitely gonna roll like that each. And then which bit do I roll again for the extra movement?
Mobility. You wanna roll mobility?
Oh, I actually have mobility. Very little, but some.
You see another speedy lad we can turn into a commando.
Okay, a success and a fail.
Okay. The fail doesn't really matter, but you got a
Okay.
success, so you get to move an extra hex.
That's already something. And then I can move once more the same way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Can I get into the shrubbery? And then I'm gonna roll the thingamabobble.
Yep.
And nothing.
Okay. All right. Muskie.
I was
You're
just
in my way
making-
now.
Just making small pools of stuff, so I know what to roll for certain things, because that's helpful. I'm gonna do what everybody else has been doing.
Moving.
Yeah, I've got my little mobility pool. I can just roll. Hey, look, a single success, so I can go one step further. Hey, look, I'm gonna do it again, so I'm gonna move 2 more over here, and then I'm gonna roll. Hey, look, double success.
Very nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna end my turn in the heavy.
Okay. Very nice. Okay.
I have yeeted.
All right. Coming outside of the house, you see two kind of less heavily armored.
Oh, those
individuals.
poor lads. Oh, wait, no.
Oh no, they got nuggets.
They've got the nuggets.
They got scopes, though.
They
Yes,
are
they do have
scoped
scopes.
nuggets.
Oh, if they have
Um,
scopes, I'm gonna fucking steal one when they all die.
And then they start
we don't
splitting
die.
up.
That kind of talk will get us killed. Have the good juju.
They move up, and they seem to be getting ready for this engagement. Okay. Yeah, Bo, you're back in the hot seat.
So, dang it, I wish it didn't take me an entire turn to shoot. I'll take 2 fast actions and hustle.
Hustle. Okay.
I'll move there. Shit. What is it?
Mobility.
Yeah,
Just a D8.
D8. Very cool.
Oops.
Okay.
Accidentally hit my mic.
All right.
All right. This is where I sit now.
Okay. All
Is
right.
that all you moved?
What?
Is that all you moved?
Yep, that's 4 tiles.
Oh damn, you moved 4? I thought you were like there. I was like, god damn.
All right. Yeah, Leon's. Sorry, I keep on calling you Lance for some reason.
So we're gonna start off by going into there.
Mhm.
And then my mobility is a 6 and a 10. I forgot to keep those out.
Nice.
6, 10. I'll quickly put these away. Fuse them. Nope, we're not going anywhere anytime fast. And then we're gonna take 2 and go actually this way.
Okay.
And then we will try and push that again. Well, we get to go 1. Okay.
All right, Whiskey.
Okay, Whiskey, the sneaky man. So I get to move 1 tile. Then I'm gonna, I should make a mobility pool. How far I go, I speedy boy? I am not speedy boy. So I will move to here. Then I will do that again. Control 3. I am not speedy boy again. And that is it.
Okay. Felix.
All right. So, how does the range thing work? I'm confused about that one.
I read about that actually. Okay, so the listed range on your weapon is the short
Let
range.
the DM explain it.
My bad.
Okay. Yes.
we
He is
have-
correct. So the listed range that is on your weapon is the short range. So that's the how many hexes you have to be in your short range. Anything longer than that, so double your listed rating, is your medium range. And so you're going to take a penalty to shoot at your medium range. And then your long range is, I think, a triple, and then anything further than that is your extreme. And you take successive penalties to that.
Isn't long range 4 times short range because it's double medium?
It's you double each range, man.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
I mean, do you want me to read it verbatim from the book? Because I've got it right here.
No. I think the M4 is range 4.
Uh-huh.
So that's still out 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So then you would have you'd be shooting at your medium range if you fired from there, which is at a -1. But since you have your full turn, you can aim which will, I think that will negate that.
Right, I'm gonna use a fast action and aim, and then I'm obviously gonna shoot. So I need 2 d10s. If I'm reading that correct. George, fuck off. Sorry, it's the fucking cat.
Okay,
Right,
I
hang on.
understand how it works now, actually. So you can actually shoot a lot further range than you'd think. Like, he's only 7 tiles from me, and my weapon's got a range of 5, so he's in medium to me. Even that guy's in medium. Okay.
He's in short range.
5 and 3, so fuck.
Okay. So whenever you shoot,
Yep.
you have a M4.
Yep.
That is automatic, so you can expend ammo dice. So whenever you do a base roll just to hit him,
Yep.
that is you squeezing the trigger once.
Right.
If you want to do like a burst, you use your ammo dice, which are these, and you roll them in concert with your attack. And any 6 you have, you start
Yep.
suppressing them.
So I roll these 2 d10s and the ammo dice to do a burst,
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then the rounds that you actually spend is equal to the value of your ammo dice.
Got it.
Okay. But you do pop up some rounds at him, and he kind of ducks his head, trying to find out where those rounds came from, but he looks to be kind of keeping his head down for now. All right. It is the Soviets' turn, and they're going to start pushing up. And as they're running, they're going to take. One of them is going to take a quick shot at Bo as he's running.
Oh no.
Cool.
And
In fairness, I can take a beating compared to those others.
okay. And he's gonna let loose a full burst of his AK at you.
How many dice did you just roll?
A lot. As you're kind of in the forest, actually, as you're kind of moving through the forest, this hail of bullets comes tearing through the foliage. 2 strike you. As let's see where they strike. You take 2 to the torso.
I do have an arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have armor of 2.
Okay.
So
I have an armor of 2?
Yeah, for your flak vest.
I thought it was 1.
No, your helmet is
I'm not
1.
gonna argue
Your flak
about it.
vest is 2.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you take 2 impacts to your chest plate. And they seem to have kind of just been absorbed in your chest plate, but you feel a slight trickle as you see one of the bullets had like sheared off and had actually gone down your plate and had gone into just underneath your flak vest, causing some damage in your stomach region. You take 1 point of damage.
Fantastic.
And I'm gonna need a coolness under fire check from you.
Is that a D12?
So it's your coolness under fire rating plus your unit morale, which is they're both 12, so 2d12.
I am inspiring.
Yep.
Very.
So you want to? That was flipping.
What happened?
I think you're flipping it.
Oh, I was hitting E, and I had the board underneath it selected.
Yeah. Okay, you keep your cool, but you also do hear the telltale click of a empty gun. So this guy has emptied his mag in your direction.
Just you wait.
Just
You wait until I erase this man.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. Marco, it is your turn. Sorry, this guy's name.
Right. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, and if I've counted this right, I am within my short range of every enemy. Yes, because my gun has a range of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, then I am going to take a shot at one of those fuckers with the big old guns and no armor. I'm gonna go for this boy over here.
This one? Okay.
Yes,
You are going to take a penalty for firing through.
I am aware.
Yeah. So you're going to take a. What is it? You're going to take a minus 1.
So, considering that I have D10 range combat and D10 agility, I get a D10 and a D8 for this then?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay, you hit. Okay. Go ahead and determine hit location.
That's a D6, right?
Yeah. So there's a hit location dice. No, there's an actual dice specifically for this purpose.
Very neat.
It's got a little head on it.
What they got if you hit his head, I'll be fucking impressed.
I hit the arm.
Okay. Okay. What is the damage value of your rifle?
It's 3.
3. What is your crit rating?
4.
Okay. Yeah, you level your rifle, and you fire, and kind of whistling through the woods, it impacts his figure directly in like the shoulder, shattering the bone, and his arm is hanging limp and loose, from his body. He's not having a good day.
Oh yeah, I am so happy.
Okay. Musket.
Cool. I'm going to, I think, probably. If there's a guy getting real close to us, he's in heavy cover though, but so am I. So I think I'm probably going to aim and fire at this guy who's closest to us.
Okay.
So aim is a +1, isn't it?
I believe so.
It's +1 to range combat, I believe, isn't it? Yeah. I've got it by here, actually. I just went past it. Aiming. Before you fire, you spend a fast action to aim. If you don't, your target counts as a quick shot and you suffer a negative, yeah. No, aiming doesn't give you anything. It just eliminates.
It just removes the.
Yeah, it just removes the. So do you not get a bonus for aiming in close range, short range, sorry? Doesn't seem like it.
No, I think, if I remember correctly, aiming just counteracts the disadvantage.
Yeah, it just counteracts the disadvantage, yeah. In which case, then, I'm not going to aim. I'm thinking of Aliens, because that's all you do in Aliens and Star Wars. I'm probably... never mind, I can't do that as a... I'm looking at the wrong actions. Fast actions, here we go. Probably going to drop prone. That's fast action.
Okay.
Just trying to... Maybe it's not in slow, so it's going to be in fast. I'm going to drop prone as the fast action, and then I'm going to shoot him. So, in short range, so there's no modifiers, I have Rifleman, so I get a +1 if I use a rifle.
Okay.
So my ranged combat goes from a d6 to a d8. So I get 2 d8s. Cool. Alright, cool. And I was reading over like the expending your ammo thing. I think I'm going to expend it's up to your rate of fire or up to your bullets in your mags. I mean, I wish I could roll 30 dice, but I think I'm going to expend just a single ammo dice with it.
Okay.
So, and if I read that correctly, that doesn't. I should actually roll that later, because that doesn't.
You can roll it
go
together.
to hit. Okay, it doesn't do anything to hits though. It's just more damage.
Oh
and
no,
shit.
it doesn't do anything to hit. It can provide
Yeah.
extra damage.
Fuck.
Oh, you can push range rolls. You can push.
Yeah, I saw that briefly. So what happens to pushed range rolls?
You re-roll any amount of dice that do not have a success or a failure on them. So you can re-roll this one and this one.
We roll any agility or range combat and any ammo dice that aren't whatever the fuck the black hit symbol are or the ammo symbol or the crosses are.
One, yeah.
But you can have a weapon jam, can't you?
Yes, if you fail once, your weapon is reduced. Its reliability is reduced by 1. If you get, I think, 2 fails, it's jammed.
Do I have to I haven't rolled this in the first place, so I'm sure we can, to be fair. I'm gonna push it then. See what happens. So I don't want to get Oh fuck's sake! All right, well,
it didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. So is that 2 bullets?
If you do roll a 6 on this, you can suppress him.
Okay, well I may as well roll. Can I? Well, that was bad.
So you just expended 2 rounds of ammunition.
Yeah, 2 rounds of ammunition. So that goes out my mag, and I just tick that down by 2, don't I? Yeah, cool. 28. Luckily, it's got a big mag. Cool. Well, yeah, that's that.
Also, I believe his gun just jammed.
I didn't roll that first.
No, it's reliability.
Single -1. Yeah, 2 or more.
Your
takes
reliability
it down.
goes down by 1.
Yeah. What does reliability thing?
It's
when
like
it hits
the
0,
condition.
Or no.
The gun will break at 0, and
Is it just
If it
gun
reaches
break
0,
at
it's
0?
break.
it just needs
Okay.
maintained.
It's just
So
gun
it's
break at
maintained.
0. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
We
fine.
can fix it though, which is nice.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a decent tech as well.
Okay. Unarmed individuals. The one that was struck by Marco is going to break and begin running. He's just going to run.
Yeah, he kind of screwed.
Can clear successful range combat or heavy weapons roll.
Okay. And he continues running. No. And he stumbles and falls over as he's running.
Incredible.
The second one is going to aim and fire a shot at Marco.
Who shot
Flip
his
myself
friend?
to show that I am pro.
So he's going to take a -1 because of cover.
This is how proning works.
I should have dropped the prone, I realize now.
Yeah. Okay. And use a single shot. Oh, okay. He levels his rifle, fires, but it goes just above your head. You hear the whip and the crack of a round going just past your head. But yeah. All right, we're going back to the top of the turn. Bo.
All right, well, now Bo's mad.
Bo's mad.
And Mama
Oh,
was
man.
sent to control his anger, but Mama's dead.
Oh.
So, Bo will level his gun towards this closest Russian who has made a mistake. And I will roll my heavy. I will roll a weapons roll. So I get a -2 for firing at an individual, but a +1 for being a machine gunner.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll make me a D12 and a D10.
And I'm assuming you're aiming, right?
Yes, I have to. It's
Okay.
a requirement. So
Okay,
this is my
cool.
whole turn.
All right.
So
Are you
I
going to
roll-
expend any ammo dice to give a good long
Sure,
burst?
why not? I've got 600 rounds.
So you have a rate of fire of 6. So you're going to expend 6.
Do it.
Yeah, but
Expend
that's-
all of them.
I can expend 6.
Yeah,
right.
You can. So you're
No.
expending up to a maximum of 37 rounds if you roll.
Oh, do you have to burst with that thing?
Yeah.
Oof. Makes sense.
So if I rolled this, that'd be 12 rounds, right?
Well, whatever value these add up to, that's the amount of rounds you expend.
Plus the one you fired to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus the burst you fired to start.
Yeah. So I would recommend for a machine gun, just blast them.
Blast him.
Yeah.
Blast him.
Get that motherfucker.
Are you fucking me?
Yeah, you did hit.
Hey,
You hit him.
hey, real quick, you don't need to aim. You can quick shot. It's
Yeah.
not considered a heavy weapon. Heavy weapons are like grenade launchers,
No,
yeah,
it is
howitzers.
considered a heavy weapon. I
Say it
cannot
on the
quick-
cheat sheet.
I mean, I think his
so-
weapon is a heavy weapon, though.
LMG. Let me have a
Machine
look.
guns.
Heavy
so-
weapons is the collective term for rocket launchers, grenade launchers, ATGMs, vehicle cannons, mortars, and howitzers. But then on normal
Asterisk.
ranged combat, it mentions LMGs and machine guns.
Which machine gun is it? Because I have the player handbook right here, so I can just look right at it. Which machine gun is it? The 240 or the 249?
It's the 249.
249 is a light machine gun.
Yes, machine guns only use strength and heavy weapons skill dice when rolling to attack. Anything else I do with it, it'll be a ranged combat. But
Yeah,
if
so
it's
it
rolling to
says.
attack,
Yeah.
it is treated as a heavy weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a little. It's in a gray space.
Yeah.
It's an
it's-
exception to
that's
the
a
rule
hit, but no
space.
crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a hit. Would you like to push it?
Can I push a hit?
Yeah, you can. You just re-roll everything that's not a success.
100%. Yeah. Oh, it's all right.
Okay. Oh, you roll the one.
So I just lose a reliability, but
Yeah, you lose a reliability, but you hit him. What's the damage on that?
This doesn't have reliability.
Okay.
Oh, don't. What about hit location?
Yeah, you need to give me. Yeah, I'll say your location.
Get the little human head. Shoot him in the head. Do it. Do it.
Arm.
Okay. Yeah, he takes a round to the arm. The hail of bullets it kind of sends him scrambling. And see if does he panic.
Yeah.
Does he
Give it.
panic? Does he panic?
Smart man would.
No, he does not panic. Under the hail of your bullets, he still keeps himself collected. He's holding onto his arm that you've shot, but he keeps in control.
All right, we found the officer. He didn't run immediately. We found the officer.
Good.
Get him now.
All right, Leon.
I should have this. Cover. Is that a fast action? I believe it is.
I think it was seek cover, full or partial, says fast. So.
Okay, so we're gonna start our fast action by moving into the heavy forest. If I use the mobility check and I succeed, do I still have to move? Like if I only get one success, but I'm looking to go 2, do I still have to move the 1, or can I just choose not to take it?
I think you can just choose not to take it. I think it's just you're able to move that extra amount.
Okay.
You don't have to.
So I will quickly make that mobility check and hopefully get 2. Okay.
Very nice.
So we're going to go ahead and move the other 2 into the other section of heavy cover.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to take full cover.
Okay.
Poke, poke, poke.
All right. Very nice. Okay. Whiskey. What is Whiskey doing now?
Okay. So the people who've been engaged and hit are him and
I've engaged this motherfucker, but he hasn't been hit yet.
Yeah. He hasn't been hit yet.
is he close enough for me to be concerned? Should I just go for the guy in
You got two of us covering you.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay. Both of these are in range. I'll go for this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to use my slow action to sniper aim.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to call. Okay, so there's a lot of modifiers that are going to be added and taken away.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the -1 because I'm shooting through woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm at a -1.
Okay.
I'm using sniper aim, which telescopic scopes give a +2. Was it?
I think it was +2.
Let me see.
It's a
What the fuck
little
is it?
cheat sheet. And I put together telescopic sight slow aim is either +1 or +2, so there's some sort of modifier in there somewhere.
I think it's going to be a +2. We'll go with the +2
Okay.
for now.
All right, so I'm at a +1.
Okay.
I'm then. I also get a bonus from using a sniper rifle, so I'm at a +2.
Okay.
I'm then going to call the shot, and I want to put a bullet in his head, which knocks me down to a flat 0, no modifier.
Good lord.
In
But
which case,
isn't aiming a slow action for the telescopic?
called shot is a called shot a? No, it's
Called
not
shot.
an action. It's just.
Yeah, I
What-
think you
what
just
is
It's like a modifier.
yeah.
I know
That's your-
It's not an action, so I could just decide
Yeah,
to
you
take
just
that
call
penalty
it,
to.
yeah.
My main point being is that fortunately you can't fire this turn.
Yeah, you can't fire at the same turn. as-
Oh.
Yeah, telescopic sight
Oh,
is a slow
yeah.
action.
Mhm.
In that
That-
case, I'm not going to do the telescope.
That's-
I'm not
I
going to do the
was sat there
sniper
and I
aim,
was
and
like-
I'm not
Yeah.
going to call the shot.
He's doing so much
So-
math.
So if you just aim and fire, you're just taking a -1, and then you get a +1 for a sniper. So you're just doing a flat again.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and
So
roll that dice.
D10 instead of that D12. I'm also going to use. So I have a rate of fire of 2. That means I could roll 1
You
ammo
roll
dice
two.
or 2.
You roll
Two?
2.
Okay, then I'm a pop 2 shots.
He's doing it. He's beginning to believe. He's believing.
That was
Very-
shit. That was not an ammo dice.
Okay, grab the ammo dice and roll it.
I was like, hang on a minute, he rolled arm.
So that one's been rolled. So rolling
Does that
this
mean he
one.
flexes before he shoots?
He flexes at
Yeah.
them. He shows off.
Okay.
Roll the hit location now, please.
Arm.
Head.
Torso.
Torso.
Oh, damn.
All right. What's the damage on that? And you get a
The-
+1 because your second success.
So 4 total, 3 from the rifle.
4 total, and you're shooting the chest. He does have
Yes.
a flak vest, so it is 2. You would have critted him if you got one more success on your ammo dice,
Yeah.
but he takes 2 damage to the chest. It was this guy.
Yeah, the dude has already been shot. Yeah, him.
Oh, wait, he's down here. Okay. Yeah. You land a kind of aim through the forest, recalling your training, aiming, and you squeeze the trigger, and your round kind of skips up a little bit and enters through the base of his throat as he starts gargling and he goes down.
Fucking dead
These
chip.
guys actually fall over.
I don't know how I did that.
It's alright.
Praise the man behind him with his blood from his fucking throat.
Many a years of tabletop have given me the flick skills.
All right. All right, Felix. We're gonna end it on you, Felix, because we're a little.
Yeah.
off track, but go ahead and do your turn.
Oh, I'm just gonna aim and shoot at that motherfucker just north of
Okay.
Leon.
All right. and you aim and shoot. So you just take a minus. Yeah, okay. Go. Okay. That is a success. You can push it if you'd like. You just re-roll that one. But you do hit.
I'm not going to push.
Oh, all right. So what is the damage of your weapon?
I think it's like 2.
2? Okay, excellent. So go ahead and roll a hit location die for me, please.
Yeah, 1 second.
And for
Do. Hang on.
Hit him in the face.
Hit him in the
Hit him in the
face.
face. Hit him in the face. Ah.
What'd you get?
Also.
I'll be sad if
Okay.
I don't get the first face shot.
I'm okay. You let loose a burst of 556 through the forest. It's a very hard target, but experience wins out as you pin this guy directly in the chest. 6 rounds hitting his center mass. You bowl him over, but you do still see that he is alive. He's been knocked prone, but he is still alive.
Just been prone on him.
Well, the fuck has got to have some broken ribs. Come on.
Yeah, you definitely broke his ribs. And for the final thing that will happen in this combat, for this session, all of you see stepping out from a officer.
Hi.
This officer being on his shoulder, you see the triple stars in a triangle with a black tag. Whiskey, you memorize the face of the officer that left that homestead, and you recognize him. This is the exact same officer that
He's got a car.
Bart that homestead down. And that's where we're gonna leave it all.
So, thank you very much for watching. I apologize for the audio issues throughout. I'll definitely get rid of them in the future. But otherwise, I hope you have a nice afternoon, evening, night, or morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.